Alright, how's it going, guys? Captain Kuba here. I thought I would start 3 minutes earlier. I know it's rare for me, but you're welcome. You only get this once in a year. But welcome back. I'll be honest, this live stream is kinda last minute. Hence why you didn't see any community post on my behalf that I was gonna be doing this or anything like that. I really need to shave. I'm looking kind of messy. I look, ever since the God of War remakes were announced, I've been wanting to replay the trilogy again. And I'm like, it'd be fun to do it with the community. It'd be fun to do it with the community once again, But the thing is, I've done this, I feel like hundreds of times now. I've played these games hundreds of times, and it's always the same. We just do it, and we talk about the same things, and and to be honest, probably today we will talk about the same things regardless, right? It always ends up happening, right? But I was thinking about it for a while, and I'm like, maybe I should look into... Oh shit, I hit the desk. That might affect the camera. Is it good? Hold on a second. Okay, good. I've been having a lot of issues with my camera lately. But anyway, I was thinking, if I'm gonna play these games again, I'm gonna play them differently. And ever since I talked to Under the Mayo, like way back, I've been kind of obsessed with the whole red orb skill based. I'm having words. I'm having words. I'm having trouble speaking today. Okay, I've been wanting to do a playthrough where I don't open any of the red chests and just focus on doing combos, and whatever orbs I get from those is what I use to level up. Now I did read the comments. And one guy said, "Why don't you just don't upgrade anything? Just do like a no upgrade run." And to that I'm gonna say, are you insane? I'm not there yet. Okay. If I'm gonna start dipping my toes into the challenge mindset, I can't just go into just doing like a no hit or I guess no upgrades challenge. I want to do that eventually, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time, So I thought that maybe we could start by doing like a no red chest challenge, And I can't play it on the hardest difficulty because I'll show you. I can't play it on the hardest difficulty because I don't have it. Hold on. Oh, the audio. Hold on. Why is that there? What even is that? Background music. Let me get rid of that. This is all slowing down my computer. Anyway, I can't do the hardest difficulty because I don't have it unlocked. I'm playing on my computer. My PlayStation 3 is pretty much in retirement right now, so I won't be able to use like my previous copy because I know I've beaten this game on the hardest difficulty before, but it was on my PlayStation 3, so that would be a good way to just get the hard difficulty now. But anyway, how are you guys? How's it going with you? Let me get the chat on my phone. There we go. Challenge run every day, Cuba? I don't know about that. There's also a friend of mine who got Pragmata on PC, and I think my PC can run it. Voice is a little low. Okay, we can fix that. Maybe it's because the music. We'll wait here. We'll mute it for a bit, and because the music in the intro is like really loud, right? Play on Sparta. That's that. I'm doing it on Sparta. I'm not gonna do it on normal. Normal, I'm pretty confident I can do it. It's pretty easy, But what was I saying? Yeah, a friend of the Steam library got Pragmata, and I might be playing that some other time. I do have to finish Sekiro first. I'm not gonna abandon that playthrough, but I might be looking into playing Pragmata as well because I played the demo a while back and it was pretty fun, and I've been hearing really good things about it. So I'm like, oh, maybe let's give that a try, Moment of silence for this soundtrack, amazing soundtrack. I got Sorrows last week, and wow, it's fucking huge, fucking good. Just got halfway into it. It looks really good. Out of all of the PlayStation games that have come out recently, it looks really good. And it seems that if you like Returnal, you're probably gonna like Sorrows. That's kind of how I see it, right? I will eventually get that one in the future as well. But again, I've said multiple times, I'm kind of just working through my backlog right now. And I'm almost like buying just way cheaper games these days. I wait for sales. I purposely go out of my way to not get like the super expensive games. I think that has been going on a lot recently, like in the AAA industry, that just games are too expensive, man. And I don't agree with it, And Conan and I have a lot of plans, and I can't be dropping like $80. I'm talking about Canadian. I'm still in the Canadian mindset because for us it's $80. I'm not gonna be dropping $80 every time a new game comes out, you know? So basically level 1 run, right? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm gonna level up as much as I can with the orbs I get from the combat. Like, doing combos. That's the only way that I'm gonna be able to level up. Is that gonna be enough? I have no idea. So it might technically turn into like a no upgrades run. Like, maybe see this playthrough as a light no upgrades run. Does that make sense?
But it had not always
Sekiro continuation, and when will we see Dante's Inferno on the channel, Captain? Are you the guy who keeps asking me about Dante's Inferno? There's one guy who keeps asking me... Hold on a second. I'm gonna fix this. There's one guy that every time I upload a video, every time I do a live stream, he leaves a message saying, when are you gonna talk about the cancelled Dante's Inferno 2 sequel? In fact, you know, now that I think about it, I am working on some God of War projects right now, but I'm just not feeling it nearly as much. I'm just not feeling it. Maybe I'll do that one next. Maybe this will be the video I do next, you know, the Dante's Inferno 2 cancel sequel. I just don't know what I would talk about. I really don't know what the angle of that video is gonna be, you know. Focus on upgrading Poseidon and Hades. Those are so OP, man. I know that's why you want me to do it, but they're so goddamn OP. Let me know how the audio is now when the combat starts, because it's different, you know. Dante's Inferno, what about Lords of Shadow? No, I'm not talking about doing a Dante's Inferno playthrough. I've already done one of those. Look at that, I'm already like messing up. I've already done one of those, and I like the game. I am rusty. I am rusty, or this version on the computer is not amazing, but if I'm gonna be getting, or if I'm only gonna be getting orbs from the combat, I'm not doing too hot right now. Did that cancel it? Ah, shit. Just wait for the remakes? For what? The God of War remakes? I think I've said this before, but I'm getting some more... I'm being more optimistic about the remakes these days. Because I played the Resident Evil 4 remake recently, and I'm also playing through the original game. And I don't know, I really do feel like the Resident Evil 4 remake is probably the best one I've played. The best remake I've played. Because it keeps the spirit of the original one. In some areas. While also innovating the formula way too better. Way too better? Way too better? Did I just say way too better? Like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, some days I just wake up and it just sounds like I came off fresh off the boat is what I was trying to say. God damn it, man. Me and my sassy since birth cup. How you guys doing? I think Santa Monica will do the remakes well. Well, yeah, there's a lot of like questions about it, you know. I was like, what exactly are they gonna add? What are they gonna take away? One video I want to make eventually is the like 10 things that, I mean, not 10 things that I want to see, but 10 cut content that I want to see return in the remix or something. Because I'm genuinely okay with some changes. Not, you know, huge changes to it, of course. Hey, Reshore James, what's up, man? We must open our hearts to the face stealth missions. Look, guys, look. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The God of War community feels like these days it's not, at least on the YouTube space. I don't blame anyone, but it seems like we're kind of lacking a little bit. All of us, you know. I don't upload as regular as I did, you know. There was a time in the channel's life that, bro, I was doing 2-3 videos a week. The reason I don't do that anymore is because, you know, the quality does suffer a little bit. And I kind of like to take my time with videos now to make sure like they're good, they're well researched and stuff, because in the past there's been a couple of them that had mistakes in them, and I'm not very proud of that. But there was a time that there was a lot of excitement, you know. John Ford hasn't uploaded in a while, and I'm sure like he's like busy with work and stuff. But again, I'm not criticizing anybody, but it's like, man, like there's so much going on in the God of War series right now, like so many things happening, but it just feels quiet, you know. And you got Chronicler as well, who's like busy with life. He hasn't uploaded. I think he's been working on a review of Sons of Sparta for a while. I don't know if he canceled it, right? And even me, I canceled mine because like I don't even want to talk about this. There's like a lack of like a lethargicness in the God of War community, at least in the YouTube space. And I don't know. I wanna go back. Oh wait. I'm gonna try not to break. And I'm gonna say try because sometimes it's hard. But I'm also gonna try not to use any of these red orbs from the environment. I'm gonna try very hard. I'm really gonna focus on just doing like the combo orbs. That's the only thing I'm gonna focus, right? The point is, I don't know. Even though like I have my disagreements with God of War these days, I'm still a fan. And maybe I should, it sounds kind of weird, but I should start being more loving towards my favorite series, you know? Because like what if we don't have it for a long time? What if we don't have it for a long time? And you know, it's sad. I'm not making any sense today. I'm just not, man. P Bart, what's up, man? I am Goy of War. What does that even mean? Septic Eater. God damn, Septic Eater. I have not seen your name in many years. How you been, bro? How you been? Ah, yes, the dude of battle. Kuba, accept the hate. Let it flow through you. I can't, man. I can't, because it just creates a bitterness. I don't want to be bitter, you know, and I feel like sometimes I am. Okay, this one I will have to break. I'm really gonna try. But like as you see, like in some areas it's just impossible, you know. I'm worried they tried to Norsify the remakes playstyle wise. I get the Norse games were oh shit, I got a bunch of, oh shit, Septic Eater sent out a one Captain Kuba gift membership. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. Septic Eater just came out with a bag full of money. Appreciate it, bro. I'm worried that they'll try to Norsify the remakes playstyle wise. I get the Norse games were super popular, but I hope that they stay true to their roots for fans of the Greek games too. They have to find an, I don't even want to say an in-between. I don't even want to say that they need to find an in-between, because I personally do think that there are some things in the Norse saga that just don't mix well with the Greek saga. Like I don't know how the hell they're gonna do these games without jumping, for example. You know, there's other things that really worry me as well, like exploration. It's like I'm a little bit skeptical about that. I think there's some room, like believe it or not, I do think that there's some room for exploration. Like I don't mind like going off the beaten path and just like, oh, there's a boss. Like in God of War 2, for example. One thing that I like about God of War 2 is that, you know, you come across a couple of Greek heroes while going to the Sisters of Fate, right? What if you find more along the way, okay? What is the guy who has Pegasus? It's Bellerophon. I always forget his name, right? Is it Bellerophon? Something like that, right? And I think he's somehow connected to Pegasus. I forgot exactly how his story goes. But it's like, wouldn't it be cool if we find Bellerophon just stranded on the island, right? And somehow he knows that Pegasus wins. I'm thinking about this on the fly. It doesn't make any sense, but it would be cool. It would be cool if we get like more heroes, right? But not really in the main story, but you just come across them, right? The thing that I really don't want is like side missions. I don't know if I want that too much, you know. We ain't getting linear. Oh shit, I can hold on. Cuba, make a video titled "How Ironwood and Sons of Sparta Ruined God of War for You." I'm not gonna lie, man. That's not I have a really hard time coming up with like good video titles. That's kind of a nice clicky video, not gonna lie. Because I think that's because when you think about it, those are two things that really have made me lose faith in Santa Monica's handling of the God of War series recently. Like those two things, because they're very similar. They're very similar, and it's this obsession with storytelling. And good storytelling is not necessarily a bad thing, but it has to make sense within the parameters of what God of War is, right? And I know what Santa Monica was trying to do with Ironwood. I know what they were trying to do with Sons of Sparta. But, and it's not, they're not necessarily bad stories. Sons of Sparta is kind of bad, right? But, you know, some of the characterization of Kratos, it's kind of cool seeing him, like, before he hated the gods, it's fine. But it's just those things, like, are not very good as games. And that's my concern. That with Ironwood, I thought that they got the message. But then they did Sons of Sparta. And it revealed to me that they did not get the message. They might keep doing this. And I don't want it. Because what's next? God of War 6 with Kratos having to handle like the paperwork of being like a new Norse god or something? Because I mean, that would kind of make sense character-wise. But does it make sense God of War-wise? I don't know, you know? Faye now video win Kuba. You know, I kind of forgot about that one, to be honest with you. I'll have to look into it more. Like, yeah, well, I'll have to talk to you more so you can walk me through the theory again. This is your baby. This is your baby. Your granny died? Oh, I'm sorry, Flasher. I'm really sorry, dude. My condolences. If it, I don't know, I mean, you tend to troll, but I'm gonna be safe and just say my condolences, like, straight up, you know? Hey, Kuba, if God of War 6 was the last God of War game, how will you feel? Ooh, well, it's a hypothetical, so I'm not gonna be like, I know it's not gonna be, right? I don't think it's going to be. God of War is way too popular these days. Like, it's not gonna get shelved anytime soon, right? But, it would all depend on how they handle the ending. And at this point, I really don't know what the ending of the overall series will be. Like, there was a time that I could see the series
Stay away from me.
ending in a much darker tone, how David Jaffe had it, and I thought it was kind of cool. I thought like David Jaffe's vision for it was kind of, oh, I almost went for it. David Jaffe's vision was kind of interesting, you know, like how like he's kind of cursed forever. It kind of circles back to this whole Greek tragedy thing. But with the Norse games, they're more positive. Like, they have more of a positive outlook on the storytelling. But I just don't know what that'll be. You know, a lot of people say like, oh, what if Atreus turns evil and Kratos has to kill him? It's like, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. God of War's never gonna get that level of dark again, you know. You guys are gonna have to let me know if I accidentally like open a chest so I can restart the checkpoint or something, because I'm really trying to stick to my goal here of finishing the game with no red orbs chest. Why do people think Santa Monica will get rid of Kratos? That's essentially what you said, right? He's a fucking cash cow. Corey said he's what Mario is in Super Mario series. That's why they brought him back for God of War 2018. No, I understand that. But Corey's currently also, according to the rumors, he's also making a Faye game. And I think that's where the fears... You know, they didn't start with the Faye game, they started with Atreus. Where it seemed like they were really... gearing him up to become the next protagonist, and he will eventually have his own game, right? So the fans are naturally seeing that Santa Monica wants to expand the series into other spin-off games, right? I personally don't have an issue with that. The only issue Gosh, I forgot. The only issue that I have with that is that these games just take way too long to make these days. And I'm okay with a Faye game, but what does that mean for the next mainline Kratos game? You know, when are we gonna get that? God damn it! Why am I messing this up? God of War has changed a lot since 2018. Not gonna lie. How so? How so? Because I mean, a lot of the things that I complained about in Ragnarok, I can kind of see like the blueprint being found in 2018. You know, like I'm not really sure what you mean by it has changed a lot. Maybe in the open world section, like that's definitely something that Ragnarok expanded on. Am I uneasy? Like, why is he? I'm gonna have to save somewhere to see what my difficulty is. I'm pretty sure I won on the hardest, not the hardest, but the second hardest, right? The Atreus game will be the sequel to the Faye game. How do you figure? Hey, I would be down if it's like completely all things are connected or something like that. That would be awesome to see. But it seems like, you know, like even oh no, that's gonna be a problem. I thought it was like a Gorgon Eye or something. Wait, okay, what's on the other one though? Wait, hold on. He's not gonna let me. He's not gonna let me. God damn it. This would be good. This would be good to know which So wait, I can't believe I'm gonna be asking this question right now. I can't believe I'm gonna be asking. Does God of War not have like red orb chests? Is that something that God of War 2 came up with? Are the red orbs in regular gray chests? Because it seems like I'm gonna have to avoid doing upgrades completely now. Them red orbs be tempting though. Not really, not now, but I do want to level up my health and magic though. I'm kind of concerned about that. Or I could wait until I get to Pandora's Temple and just get like the full-on like health and magic level up. Like that's gonna be an interesting challenge though, you know. Okay, some gray chests have red orbs. That's what I thought. I'm pretty sure there are red orb chests like traditionally, right? But I kind of messed up. Kuba, that's a fire video topic? Which one? What are you talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. God damn it. I think you are thinking of doing a God of War Ascension on your streams in one day. I want to, but again, my PlayStation 3 is in retirement right now. I'm not really using it, so I would have to get like a PlayStation 3 emulator or something, because there's no other way for me to do it. Ascension is locked in the PlayStation 3 like many other games. Damn it. There was a rumor which said Atreus game will pick up where Faye game leaves off. You know what, Irfan? That sounds like so mean. You know what, you piece of shit, Irfan? That didn't mean like that. But you know what, dude? I'm kind of out of the rumor mill right now because there's been so many that I've lost track of what the rumors are anymore. Because there was a rumor a couple months ago that Kratos was not gonna go to Egypt, that he was actually going to Greece. But I don't know if that was talking about the God of War Metroidvania game or even about the remakes. I've lost track of the rumors, if I'm being honest. God damn it. This one, Kuba? Oh, I mean, this video's a good video idea? Yeah, I'll try. God damn it, bro. This is why I can't do like a no hit run. I'm not that good. I'm really not that good. Alright, so now... No! I'm stuck. I'm stuck. This has never happened. And... Kratos, what are you doing? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Bro, he went like... He went down there. He went underwater. Like there's a section of the boat that you're not meant to go there. It just makes me wonder. What's down there? Probably nothing. Well, the game kind of made the choice for me. I don't know what the other chest was, but it looks like I ain't getting it, you know? Someone, this is why we need a remake. No, I think this is just like, I'm not playing the official version, sadly, you know? I would like to. I would love to play the, and by original, I mean, well, I'm talking about I am playing the original, but it's on PC is what I'm saying. This is not how it's meant to be played. Okay, come on, I gotta focus here. Gotta keep that combo up, baby. Not doing good. I'm not doing good today. Did you hear the news about the God of War 1 rumor where they replaced women in the ship scene with... Come on, man. This fucking guy, man. He keeps going with that. Glitch theory? New theory incoming? What's under the boat? What was the boat captain hiding? I think this is gonna be a red chest orb, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yep. Let's go back. Let's go back. It's gonna be rough. This is my favorite video game series aside from God of War. Oh man, that's a really hard question these days. I know it might sound kind of lame, but I'm trying to stay away from labels of like, you know, the best and shit like that, or my favorite. Because that kind of creates tribalism immediately, because it's like, oh, this is my second favorite series. Don't talk bad about this series, you know. It used to be Uncharted, and I still like Uncharted. I love Uncharted, but I know that it has some issues, and it has contributed a lot to some things that I don't necessarily agree with AAA game philosophy on PlayStation side, you know. So yeah, Uncharted used to be my second favorite series, but right now I'm just trying to play games and just really enjoy them to the core, you know. And I've gotten into Legacy of Kain, although I haven't been able to play Defiance in a long time now, and I might have to like restart again because it's just been kind of long. So I started doing Defiance, and I'm also getting a lot into Resident Evil, at least the Leon Kennedy games. I like the more survival action games, not really survival. I mean horror action, survival action. I forgot what the genre is, right? But there's two types of Resident Evil games, and I don't really like the more puzzle-based one. I like the action, the one that can kick zombies in the face. You know, that's the one. You know. Do you think the Ragnarok Saga was more or less the middle of the so-called Norse Saga? There was a rumor about Vidar and Forseti in the Fae game. Yeah, I don't know what that could mean. I think it's possible that we're trying to see this as being a prequel game, but it might not just be a prequel game. Like it might be like it might have like that time element that Ragnarok was missing. Because at the end of Ragnarok, when Ragnarok released, Cory Barlog said that, oh yeah, that's how the snake goes back to the past, and then he says, but how he got there, that's a whole other story. And I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean how he got there? That's a whole other story. Like if he didn't add that part, I would just be like, oh okay, yeah, that's how he traveled back. There's no need to explain. But what I mean is that it implies that there's an explanation, a deeper explanation as to how Jormungandr got back in time. And I wonder if that's the Fae game. She's a giant, you know. She probably spoke the Jormungandr's language. I see no reason why she wouldn't have. So I wonder if like it's not necessarily going to be a Fae prequel game, and that's why you get these rumors that this is the first time as well. Not the first time. And that's why you get rumors that we're going to see Vidar and Forseti. I thought since Ragnarok released that Forseti was a weird thing in Ragnarok. Why is Forseti getting mentioned here? Why is this the thing? Why he doesn't play that much of an important role? You know, he's the one who finds who killed Heimdall. That's it. There's no need for Forseti. He doesn't make a physical appearance. Why mention him? And now that we're seeing rumors that he's going to be in the Fae game, I wonder if it's true, you know? So, I'm kind of leaning towards the idea that I'm not really seeing them as different sagas anymore. I'm just seeing them as just the continuation of the same story. And I think that's a much better way of looking at it, because when Ragnarok came out, people were like, oh, the Egyptian saga is going to be cool. And everybody's like, are we really going to get 3 Egyptian games? Like, what about? I know Cory has said that in the past, that, oh, we could do like a Maya saga, an Egyptian saga, but story-wise, how does that work? How are you going to get 3 games, or 2, in another pantheon? This doesn't make any sense. Why? Here we go. Anyway, Earfan put a quarter in, and now I'm just like, I was talking about the Fae game non-stop. Hey, Poco Edits, what's up, man? Stream Defiance. I am recording it, though. I am recording. Hey, Poke! Poke Edits? He sent the one Kaptain Kuba. Thank you so much, bro. Whoever got it, thank him, you know? But thank you, appreciate it. What was I saying? By the way, I think Poke Edits, is that how you pronounce your name? Oh, he's alive. Poke Edits is the guy who remade God of War Betrayal, which was such a cool, a cool little side project that he did. It's not even little. It's quite impressive that he added all of the sound effects. I think if you go to his, I think it's him. If you click on his channel, there might be a God of War Betrayal remake video, and it's really cool. It's really cool because it just goes to show that how much adding sound or like fixing the color just goes to like help a game, you know. But anyway, Forseti thing makes me think Ragi has a lot more. You keep saying that, but what else? What do you mean? What else would you do with Ragi? I like how that's the name we've like given Ragnarok now. It's just Ragi. That's the name. Oh, it's me. Oh, my bad. Own Bobcat is the one who made the betrayal thing. My bad, my bad. Go and check out Own Bobcat betrayal video. It's really cool. Because we know damn well that Santa Monica or anyone's ever gonna remake Betrayal. Although now you've put in the Betrayal quarter. You know, it's weird. I don't know if it's because Bruno Velasquez is not aware of it. Which I doubt, because I mean he's been with the series since I think the second game. He's a God of War developer veteran. Okay, I'm not gonna take away his dues. But he's the one that said that God of War Betrayal is still canon, and that is such a weird. I find that to be such a weird thing to say when you know the full story of God of War Betrayal and what it was trying to do, and how the assassin was supposed to be Deimos. And then that it got retcon and Deimos isn't Ghost of Sparta. But Ghost of Sparta takes place before takes place, yeah, takes place before God of War Betrayal. It's like, I think that's one of the most important videos I've made, you know, the canonicity issue with Betrayal. Because people just assume, yeah, God of War Betrayal is part of the canon. They only see it as like, oh yeah, after Ghost of Sparta, Kratos got really angry and started destroying cities. I'm like, yeah, sure. But what about this whole element with the assassin that was supposed to be Deimos? What about that, you know? And what I'm wondering is... Okay, not that one. Fuck. Hold on a second. Let me get this. I got an unnecessary amount of orbs right there. What I'm wondering is if the reason... Let me see if there's orbs. Hold on. Hopefully... Yeah, there we go, good. I'm wondering if the reason some developers are still saying that it's canon is because they have plans for it. And that's why I got so excited when they announced that when the rumors came out that there was going to be a Metroidvania God of War game. I was like, oh my god, this is it. They're going to answer the mystery of the assassin. Like, what? Who are they going to retcon him? But it was just Kid Kratos and Kid Deimos, you know? So, you know. Well, it just means that the identity of the assassin was never actually revealed, so we can't say it's Deimos. That's fine. Yeah, that can be like the current retcon, right? But it's just kind of weird that that's like a plot point. That's like, okay, that's a plot point that happened. We're not gonna touch on it anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. Still there.
Lord Poseidon, Kratos, before
Hey Strat, how you doing, man? Long time no see, man.
a task you must complete. This beast is
Hydra.
It has terrorized my seas for far too long. Your skills are admirable, but you will need assistance. You will need the power of the gods. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies.
Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth in the name of Olympus. Anyway. What if Deimos was brought back by Hades to serve him? I've thought about that. The issue with that is that the Greek saga, as we know it, is over. And Hades already died. Why didn't he use Deimos in God of War 3? Maybe that was part of the plan. I know that Deimos was originally part of the God of War 3 story. I really gotta focus here. Hold on a second, guys. When there's a combat segment, I really have to sit down. Man, Ceci's right. Collision in this game is insane. It's way too OP. There we go. Nah, 20 push-ups? Nah, I'm not doing 20 push-ups. I'm not doing that. I hope God of War 2 Remake have some Kratos scenes of Kratos' bad relationship with other gods like Demeter and Hestia, because novel explains Zeus' action God of War 2 justified for him. There might be how you typed it, but I'm not sure what you mean. I do know that I kind of like the intro of God of War 2 in the novel. I was reading it the other day, and I wouldn't mind if the intro of the God of War 2 novel gets remade into the God of War 2 remake, because I think it sets up the story much nicely. It starts with Kratos having a nightmare of like him murdering his daughter and wife once again, and he wakes up and he's in bed with like the girls that you see in the intro game, right? And they're like, Kratos, I can do anything you want to ease your pain. He's like, get out of my way. And like then he walks out like into Olympus, and like the gods are, you know, whispering, oh, there's the ghost of Sparta. That's him. He's been murdering my people. He's the reason why. Like, and they're angry at him, right? And then it's when he goes up to the cliff section and then jumps into Rhodes. I'm like, I kind of like that intro more, and I think we're going to get something like that, you know. I don't mind walkie-talkie sections as long as they're very short and not that, you know, prevalent throughout the game. Because it would be nice. I've always wanted to see Olympus like from the inside, and we kind of did in God of War 3, right? But you know, walking through like the glittering halls of Olympus and seeing all of these gods that we don't really see, right? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would be down for that, you know? You ever notice that Demo's concept art is kind of looks like the prince from Prince of Persia? I'm guessing you're talking about Deimos from God of War 3. I mean, I would have to look at it again. He just looks kind of weird. It's interesting that in the God of War 3 concept art for Deimos, excuse me, he looks more demonic and more deranged than he does in Ghost of Sparta. Excuse me. In Ghost of Sparta, he retained most of his humanity. He just has a lot of scars, right? But in the God of War 3 concept art, he is messed up. And look, if I ever get to interview Cory Barlog again, I think that would be one of the biggest curiosities. One of the things that I'm most curious about is like, what was the original story for God of War 3? I don't know if he will give me the answer for it, but I just want to know, like, what would have been that original story, you know? Because he was setting it up in 2. But then Stig went another direction with it. I want to know. And a part of me also doesn't want to know the answer. Because I love Ghost of Sparta. I love the story of Ghost of Sparta. It's probably my favorite story in the series. I'm not kidding. I'm not saying it's the best necessarily, but I found it to be the most entertaining one. I love the whole, you know, we tend to like, what is the saying? Hindsight is 2020 or 2020. Like on hindsight, you can see like the full picture, right? But it's interesting that the whole concept of the marked warrior was not a thing until Ghost of Sparta. I'm pretty sure right now, right? Because in God of War 1, you see the mural of, oh, a mortal warrior will fight Zeus, but it doesn't say anything about a marked warrior. The whole prophecy of the marked warrior began with Ghost of Sparta. That was 5 years after the series had started. And it's interesting. It's interesting. Looking at Big Hydra. Wood. You horny? You horny, blood? I saw your Primal post, by the way. I feel like if Primal ever gets a remake, I in this community is gonna be to be thankful. They're gonna need to thank us for it, okay? Because I don't think anyone is talking about Primal but us. We may be complaining about it, but we're talking about it. You know, any publicity is good publicity. Am I right? I hope you enjoyed my God of War Betrayal video. I did, man. I did. It's just really cool. I'm sure, like, of course you used AI for the the voice lines, right? There's no way you got the actors right, and it does sound kind of weird at times, right? But overall, I was just mostly impressed. Well, not mostly. Overall, I was just impressed with the all of the sound effects that you had for all the blades and like the enemies screaming as they die. Like that was really impressive. And the frame rate and the color just looks better as well. And I'm appreciative of that because again, we're not gonna get a God of War Betrayal remake. It's not gonna happen, you know. This is the closest thing we're gonna get to it. There he goes. Come on, get to it. Corey also said Justice League of Gods. I wonder if in his mind current Kratos is the closest to Superman or Wonder Woman. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and I don't even know if like that's what we saw in the Fallen God comics. The Fallen God comics is also very odd. Because that seems to be the higher plane of existence. But I didn't get the vibe that Athena and Thoth were necessarily the bad guys. I just didn't get that vibe. But does that mean that there's two Athenas, or at least one is pretending to be a being is pretending to be Athena? That was my previous theory. But maybe not. Maybe that's not the case. I don't know. I have a lot of questions right now. I have a lot of questions. My theories are kind of falling apart if you really think about it. The whole demiurge thing, I think, is completely out, and I'm basing that on Morse's discovery of the cutscene in God of War Ragnarok dialogue one. Like, because it seems like Athena will still be involved somehow, and it's just Ghost Athena. And there is a way to reinterpret, you know, the Thoth and Athena from Fallen God, so they're the bad guys in a way. And how I do that is by looking at the themes that Santa Monica is tackling with the series right now, and how they're handling the theme of free will. And, you know, Faye is someone who in Ragnarok is advocating for Kratos' free will. It's like, don't listen to the prophecies. You know, you can change. There's no such a thing as prophecy. You can change. But meanwhile, in Fallen God, you get Thoth and Athena saying, you will do this because it is written. And it's like, so it's conflicting. You get Faye on one side who's like, no, you can make your own destiny. Well, you get Athena and Thoth and Fallen God saying, you will do this because it is written and you can't do otherwise. It's like, it's interesting. That's a good way to like make them start seeing them as being actual villains, you know. Morse the code, always ruining things. Always finding things. Morse and I have talked about doing a podcast together so we can talk about the like other things he's found, because I haven't made a video about this, but Morse has found other things that are really interesting. I'm just trying to like come up with like a structure for that podcast, like to see what topics I want to tackle in what order, because there's a lot of interesting things that you guys don't know about. It's not super mind-blowing things. I think there's one thing that this could actually be its own video, but I do want to talk to him first about it. I want to say it's so bad. You know, but no. What is my biggest question? I mean, it depends. What do you like? What is my biggest question for the current lore, or like just shit? Like biggest question as in like the Demos thing in God of War 3? Because I would like to know who blew the horn. I do, but I really want to know what Corey's original idea for God of War 3 was. I really want to know that. Kaptain spoiler. I almost did it. I should maybe start using the... There we go. That was shit. Come on, get up. I am playing like I'm an IGN reviewer, bro. Like I'm not, I can't believe I'm playing this bad. This is the first time that has happened. It better be higher plane of existence related. You know, sometimes I wonder if I've had any influence on the whole higher plane of existence thing, because that has become like a joke about me, like in the community. Like that's one of the things I'm known for. I'm not even like a God of War theorist anymore. I'm the higher plane of existence guy. I'm the one who's talked about it the most. And I wonder, because look, when you look at it, in 2018, Corey and the writer said that Athena was not there. Yeah, she was not there. They could have been lying to keep the secret safe, you know. But then in Ragnarok, we see this mask thing that comes out of nowhere. And it's green, like Athena. And the rift that told Odin secrets about the creation of the world. What? Excuse me, what? Did I have to do something with that? Did I do that? Did me making videos about this actually change it? Probably not. Corey did seem to be obsessed with like having a plan since 2018, you know. And I know that some things have changed about that plan, but I think overall it does remain. I don't know. I can't say that for sure. I can't. That would be like an unbased opinion. I can't really base it off of anything. I'm just assuming that it's still going. Look at them orbs. Look at them orbs. Look at them orbs. Got him. Also, can't wait for Corey to explain when the Fae game is shown, like they moved on from North Series. Why make another game now? It's odd, and it wouldn't be, it wouldn't feel nearly as odd if they were able to release that game much earlier. You know, like before Ragnarok. You know what I hope is the best case scenario for the Fae game. I hope, and I think Irfan has talked about this, I hope that the Fae game is somehow connected to the events of Ragnarok. It sounds weird, and I really don't know how that could, you know, fit in. The only way that I could see it fitting in would be with the, with like the dreams that Kratos has about Fae. Like, that's the only way. Is that actually Fae communication? Like, that would be the only way. But something that just kind of... I hope the Fae game becomes the Ghost of Sparta of the Norse saga, where you kind of have this game that just kind of ties everything nicely for the saga. Like, I'm hoping that's the case, so that when I go back to God of War Ragnarok and I'm like, oh my god, that's what it was. Like, that, I don't know what that would be, right? But I'm hoping that's what the Fae game is. I'm hoping that I get that sense of connection from it, you know? Realistically, when do you think we'll see SEE, the remakes? Oh, we'll see. You put them in all caps and I'm like, SEE? It's funny, I did not read the word C. I just read CEE. What does CEE stand for? Realistically, when do I think we'll see the remakes? I don't know. The conversation about the remakes is kind of odd as well, because you know, TC Carson said, or someone from PlayStation said, that it was still very early in development. But what does that mean? What exactly does that mean? It's also very bold. Hopefully it's not Red Orbs. Good. It's also very bold for them to full-on announce 3 games at the same time. And I think, look, I think the fact that they announced 3 games at the same time, it makes me wonder if they are going to do something completely unique. And they're gonna do something insane, as in like all 3 games at the same time or something like that. And that explains why TC Carson said that it's going to take kind of long. Like, it's still very early in development. It's like, what if by announcing 3 games, Santa Monica is kind of quietly confirming that this is gonna be like a completely different take on a remake, and it's just gonna be, what if my April jokes prediction actually comes true? What if we get Norse Kratos narrating the story of his Greek days to a couple of young Norse warriors, and we're only gonna get like a highlight reel of it? What if it's gonna be something insane like that? I doubt it. I doubt it, because I think that would be, Santa Monica would be making a huge mistake if they end up doing something like that. But I wonder if, like, them announcing all of them at the same time, because you look at Resident Evil. Resident Evil doesn't do that. Resident Evil is like, okay, we're doing Resident Evil 4. But they're not gonna say, like, we're gonna do the entire Resident Evil remake, you know? Like, the entire Resident Evil series. Like, they announced them at the right time because they have other projects, but Santa Monica just comes out fully announcing the God of War trilogy being remade. It's gonna be interesting if they come out and say that, yeah, it's all 3 games in one. Like, what? How? I don't know, man. They're gonna lose hella money. I agree. I mean, I don't think people are gonna overall like it. But here's the thing. I understand that they would lose a lot of money with that decision. But this is the thing, that with Santa Monica these days, I don't know what to expect. Because they've made some story decisions that I find them to be very odd. And we talked about this before. Ironwood? I'm not saying that it's bad narratively speaking. You know, Atreus goes through some important shit in that section, right? But was it needed in a God of War game? I would say no. I would say like cut this section greatly or completely, you know? And then you have Sons of Sparta, where it's like, really? Out of all of the time periods to do a Metroidvania game, you choose to do one in the time that is like the least interesting? So it's like, what if the writers are actually coming up with an idea of like, yeah, what if Kratos is telling the story of his Greek days to a couple of young Norse warriors, and that's gonna be the fucking remake? What if they do it? What if they do it? You know? Anyway, the Crash remake and Spyro remakes were a game of 3 games, so not impossible. But I think, I mean, correct me if you think I'm wrong. Or like, tell me if you think I'm wrong. I don't know what the fuck. I got like a fuzzy in my mouth. Correct me if you think I'm wrong. But the Crash Bandicoot games, I'm pretty sure they're much shorter, and they're not, you know, they're not as taxing on the PlayStation 5. I feel like they're not as I don't want to say that they're not complex games, but guys, look, they're platformers. They're just levels. You know, a PlayStation 5 can handle that game. But the three God of War Greek games in one, I feel like that's way too much. Like, that would be like 2 or 3 discs or something, right? And that's assuming if they want to be faithful to it, they would have to put the Titan technology from God of War 3 into God of War 1 into some crazy shit like that. So that they're all like coherent, you know? You hit me. I forgot that grabbing in God of War 1 is kind of annoying. Kratos misses a lot of the times. Look, see, I grabbed him. I made contact with him. What the hell? Hey, Mimir. The smartest man alive. How you doing, bro? He didn't grab him again. What the hell? You know, I'm really feeling it now that all the orbs that I'm getting are from combat. I'm really feeling the, you know, the areas that Santa Monica needed to iron out in this game. Oh, it's for sure shorter, but I think he means the format, like one game where you can select which remake to play when you boot up the disc. Oh, no, I understood. I understood what he meant. I mean, I guess I was not understood with what I meant. What I meant is like having all 3 games in one disc. That's just gonna be way too much, you know. And why release them like that? Why release them all at the same time? Like, maybe it's that thing that Santa Monica does not want. Look. If they are going to do that, if they're going to make like a single disc with all 3 God of War games in it, I'm gonna say that they're only going to be a graphical remake. If they're gonna do that, I feel like that's gonna make sure like the project is much more manageable, much shorter, you know, and it's just gonna be a graphical remake. The camera's gonna stay the same. There's gonna be 6 mini games still there, but and not a lot of things are gonna change, right? That way they can do all 3 games in one disc. I can kind of see that being a thing. Maybe I don't know what the space would be like, you know. But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't, to me. It doesn't make sense because if they're not gonna change anything, why have TC Carson announce them? I'm gonna hide this cutscene if you guys don't mind, because you guys can listen to it if you want. Why get TC Carson to announce the games if they're not gonna change anything about them? It seems like TC Carson is involved because this is gonna be like a completely, it's gonna be reworked from the ground up. God damn it, I can't speak. That's why he's announcing them, you know. We mind? Hey, I know you guys don't mind. I mean, I know you guys mind, but my channel does. And this scene right now? No. No.
For no matter how much wine he consumed or how many women he took to his bed.
That's why I tuned into the stream. Cuba censorship. I don't like to do it. I don't think we should be shielded from the boobies. I don't see a good justification for it. But YouTube does. YouTube is kind of stupid in that sense, you know.
We request
Full screen at least.
ask of you, Kratos. Your greatest challenge awaits in Athens, where even now my brother Ares lays siege as we speak. Athens is on the verge of destruction. It is
The will of Ares that my great city fall.
Zeus has forbidden the gods from waging war on each other. That is why it must be you, Kratos. Only a mortal trained by a god has a chance at defeating Ares.
And if I am able to do this, to kill a god,
then the visions, they will
will
end.
end.
Complete this final task, and the past that consumes you will be forgiven. Have faith, Kratos. The gods do not forget those who come to their aid.
Leaving the rotting carcass of the Hydra behind, Kratos set sail once more.
Yeah, I mean, why don't they make it linear and also add three or more hours into the game?
Ancient city.
I would be down for that idea. Like just adding a couple of like cut content. Oh, shield your eyes. Don't look at them. No. You got the pixelated ones. I'm sorry, ladies. I would love to hang out, but I'm on a challenge here, and you guys give a lot of that good stuff, you know. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, why don't they just make it linear and also add 3 or more hours into the game? I would be down for that. I think there's a lot of COD content that can be implemented into it, you know. I feel like that's honestly like a video that I do want to make eventually. Like just like, oh god damn it, I've been getting orbs. See, it's just muscle memory at this point. Okay, don't break anything. Just keep going. Let me go up there. I almost did it. I almost did it again. Anyway, what I was saying is like, yeah, there's a lot of things, especially in God of War 1, that was cut that should definitely be added. The first one that comes to mind is the Phoenix boss fight, you know. But I think Santa Monica is going to see this remake as a way of modernizing these games, and that can be scary, but it can also be good. It can also be good, and again, after playing Resident Evil 4 Remake, I'm hopeful that it's gonna turn out good. I'm hopeful that Santa Monica will understand that there are certain things in these games that we want to keep and we want improved, you know, but not necessarily taken away. There are some things that I feel like we won't like, but you know, we'll have to see when it comes out. Hey Cuba, remember when Christopher Judge said, "Oh, you retracted it? Why you retracted it? What? Oh, I think you were trying to copy and paste it, you know." I bring up Raggy and Faye due to Morse discoveries. Oh, the thing. You know, if I do the podcast with Morse, I will have to talk to him about something, because there is like, when making a theory, you need a framework. I mean, I forgot that the tutorials in God of War 1 are huge. They take a lot of the screen. Give me a second. Let me fight these guys and then we'll talk about the... Remind me to talk about the Raggy thing, Irfan. Anyway, when making a theory, you kind of need a framework, you know, because there's a lot of possibilities that could be happening, right? And one thing that Morse pointed out is that this might not have, the thing he discovered might not have been a cutscene from God of War Ragnarok, but like written notes for the beginning of the next game. Because in God of War 2018, he found the intro of God of War Ragnarok already written there, right? And I find that interesting. There are some things that are changed. I would have to see like if I have it written somewhere. But I think like the mission in Svartalheim where you have to destroy the things that Mimir constructed. I forget what it was now. Originally, it was going to be different. There was going to be another dwarf involved, and Brock was the one that was going to give you that mission. So it's interesting that you see like the beginning of God of War Ragnarok in 2018. And I wonder if this is how it's going to start. Because I wonder, it would be such a weird scene would be such a weird scene in God of War Ragnarok, for God of War Ragnarok to end with Atreus traveling somewhere outside of the Norseland. So it could be like an after credit scene, okay? It could be. But you know, the credits roll and then you get Atreus traveling somewhere and he's with a cat. And then you see Athena talking to a mysterious hooded figure, right? That could be. It could be like an after credit scene. Or what if it actually is the beginning of the next game? That's very interesting. I find that to be very interesting, you know? Anyway, hey, Kuba, oh, that's a comment. Remember Christopher Judge said at one time that our thing will be revealed this summer. Did he mean God of War Egypt or God of War Fae game? I don't know. I don't know. I think, looking back at it now, he had to have been talking about the Fae game. Because part of the rumor is that Kratos is also going to be involved in that game. So, technically, it counts as his project as well. He's part of it. The thing that just I don't understand is, like, when is the next mainline God of War game gonna come out? Because the Fae game could end up being really good. But I don't think it's gonna sell nearly as well as Santa Monica's hoping. Especially after her character in Ragnarok was not very... I hate to say it, but she was not very interesting. I did not like Faye in that game, man. She was much better off not saying a single word. Or making an appearance, like staying as a mysterious character. Unless Santa Monica was planning for it with this Faye game already. Whee! There we go. I'm very worried about the new narrator for the remake. I don't think he'll have the same voice as Gaia. Why is it a he? I imagine him sounding like Skilder or Atreus. No. Well, I mean, Linda Hunt is still with us, right? And look, it's this is a topic that's kind of sad. Because the Legacy of Kain series, I hate to talk about it again, but the Legacy of Kain series is now going through this a little bit. It seems like Crystal Dynamics is trying to bring back the Legacy of Kain series with, you know, like the remasters and the 2D game, right? In the 2D game, they got the original voice cast. And especially Raziel. It's really sad because he's got that iconic Raziel voice. But he's sounding old now. He's sounding really old to the point that it doesn't even sound like him anymore, right? And I wonder if Linda Hunt might not be able to pull off, you know, the Gaia voice anymore. It is kind of iconic, so I don't really know who could replace her. But she won't be able to do that job forever, you know. Got him. Okay. See, now I don't know if these are gonna be red orbs, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have to... Good. Okay, good. So you're saying she was better as Ashes? I'm just saying that, you know, given her character role, it just... She was much better off left as a mystery, you know? It's not that I don't like Faye as a character. I mean, I think she has potential and might be better in her own game. It's just her appearance in Ragnarok were just kind of okay, great. Like the voice actor for Marge Simpson, she sounds like yeah. It's one of these legacy characters. It was one of these legacy characters that, you know, we want to hold on to the original voice actor, but it comes a point that, you know, they can't hit those notes anymore. I'm even worried about T.C. Carson a little bit, you know. He might be able to still pull it off. Like, he was able to do the voice, like, while doing the announcement. Like, go! Like, it sounds like he still got it, you know? But we'll have to see once the game comes out if he can deliver, you know? Because to me, Sons of Sparta is not a good example. It's not a good sample because he's playing a much more calmer version of that Kratos, you know? Look out! I was so shocked when, as a kid, when that Minotaur slashed that Spartan away. Just blood everywhere. It was sick, man. It's awesome. Yeah, I know. Come on. I know. Is there a way to disable the tutorials? These are getting kind of old. I think in God of War 2 you can, but not here. Or did you just launch enemies into the air and smash circle? I was trying to do it, but one of them was kind of getting in the way. I know what you're talking about. It's the Cesty move. At least I call it that. Oh, let me do it again. Bro, come on. Well, too late. I'll try to do it next time. A no chest run by Kuba? I'm so proud of Kuba right now. Thanks, man. To be fair, I'm only doing the no red orbs chest, you know. That's the only one. As you can see right now, I'm opening this one. Should I go ahead and do like all of the chests? What do you guys think? I think. You know what? I'm thinking about it now. Maybe I should do. So I can really have to think about, you know, preserving my resources. Why don't we just do all chests except, you know, the health and magic level up? So let's keep those, because I'm not ready for it, you know. How about I'm not ready for that, okay? But let's avoid doing. I'm not gonna start from the beginning, okay? I'm not insane. But let's avoid getting any of these chests as well. Let's just focus on the health we got. Need to jump higher. No upgrade run, I say. I'm not ready for that. Sometimes when I'm trying to do this launch attack, it's not. It doesn't do it. Like if you see that I'm just standing there, I'm not doing it on purpose. Had a very good scenes in Ragnarok already, especially in the final one. Yeah, if you like him, good for you, man. Maybe it's gonna be one of those things that we look more fondly on after the Fae game, that it'll make sense, because I think lore-wise there's something weird going on with those scenes. Like, people tend to see it as just Kratos having, you know, like memories of his wife, but he says it explicitly that it's not it. Like, there's something more to those moments that Santa Monica is not revealing yet. And that becomes very evident at the end of the game with Atreus. Because then Atreus has one of her as well. Like, what the hell is going on? What the hell? Is Faye somehow communicating from the afterlife? And that's why these days I'm kind of hesitant to say that it's going to be just a prequel game. Like, there's some fuckery going on here, you know? Yeah, I am Onyx. I have to. I don't have the PlayStation 3 anymore.
Have reinforcements arrived? Ares has brought these beasts to
So Kiba, have you decided what you're gonna play after Sekiro? Probably Pragmata. Now that I can play it, it's on. I mean, I would have to test. I would have to see if my computer can run it. I know that I played the demo fine on my computer, so I'll see. I'll see how my computer handles it. I messed it up again. What the hell is wrong with me? What is going on? Shit got real. Okay, there we go. You fucker! Pragmata isn't that demanding? Is it really? Bro, the whole game is about like you having a hacking minigame, right? Huh. This might not be as difficult as I thought. Because usually I can level up here, and I'm purposely going out of my way not to get any red orbs, but I'm pretty close to it. I mean, we'll do it just in case. We'll go ahead and follow through with it, and then if I find it too easy, then we'll next time we'll do like a no upgrades run or something like that. Because I am on the hard difficulty, not the hardest, but you know, the second hardest. About my idea of the remix, like cutscene being playable parts, like Kratos facing Barbarian King as a boss fight instead of a cutscene. Oh, I see what you're saying, like the flashback scenes. I don't know. I don't like interruptions in the flow of the game, and some scenes are much better off like just being flashbacks. I feel like. I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you this. I think, I hate to say this, but I think Santa Monica just kind of screwed the pooch with the story of Sons of Sparta. Unless they're not planning to bring back Deimos in some way, like they're because according to my theory, like the last theory I made, it's possible that Deimos might have a spin-off game as well. And if that's the case, then Sons of Sparta makes a little bit more sense because they're setting up how he gets captured, and then you get, you know, the time that he serves the gods, according to my theory. But if they're not going to do that, it's a bit of a waste, because there's a lot of time periods in the God of War series that I think would have been much more interesting than the one that Sons of Sparta covered, right? And one of them I feel like is the story of when Calliope almost died and Kratos had to go and get the ambrosia of Asclepius. I love that. That story has a nice video game structure with bosses where he can get abilities from them, and guess what? You fight the Barbarian King, and that would be amazing because like you get that, you know, the birth of that rivalry with that story. Would it be completely original? Not really, because it would be retelling the story of the comics. But I honestly think like the story of those comics is really good. You would just leave out, you know, the time where, because in the comics, in those comics, the story in a way is being remembered by Kratos after he became the God of War. Because after he became the God of War, some of Ares' followers were trying to revive him by getting the ambrosia of Asclepius. So, you know, the story is him going to get to going to destroy the ambrosia of Asclepius so that they can revive Ares, right? And along the way, Kratos is remembering that old tale when he had to go and save Calliope, right? So they can cut the part that, you know, he's remembering and just focus on the past itself. I think that would be amazing. It's got cool boss battles. It's a nice time period where Kratos is already kicking ass and it could be violent, you know? He doesn't have the Blades of Chaos, but you could get other weapons and shit like that. Bro, come on. Just give him a spear and shield, man, like in Ghost of Sparta. You're set. you're set. You know, you don't really need the Blades of Chaos. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, it could. Of course it could, you know? Of course it could. You can beat the hardest difficulty, man. Trust me, God of War 1 is very open to destroy enemies, especially on the very hard difficulty. Yeah, if you do a lot of like collision damage, according to Ceci, like you can pretty much kill it. And I've noticed that here. Like I've used collision a couple times, and like, man, that's kind of easy. That's kind of easy. I don't like it when I realize like how easy some of my favorite games are. You know, I don't like realizing that. Even Resident Evil 4, I love. Can I open this? Nope. I love the original Resident Evil 4, but man, like it's true that the whole like headshot and then go and kick the enemies is so goddamn OP, man. I'm gonna have to do this again. Okay, good. That's so goddamn OP. The whole point of remakes is adding stuff or cut content and improving stuff. Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm open to it. I know it's scary to a lot of people, but I think if done right, I think it could work. And this might be, there's 100 people here, so I don't know if I want to spoil this thing, but I was working on a video on like something that God of War 2 could change. I just feel like I believe that what I'm saying is correct and they should, you know, do it. It's just like for a video idea, it just seems kind of dumb. You know, it's like, okay, thanks for stopping by with this video, Captain Kuba, because it's just like, it's a small thing, and I try to like explain like why it would be like really important, but I don't know if I'm gonna follow through with that video, or if I should just do like a top 5 things that the God of War 2 remake needs to add, and God of War 1 and all that stuff. God damn it. Yeah, the remake of Resident Evil 4 is way more difficult than the OG. Yeah, I'm noticing that, and because it's weird, because I really do like the original Resident Evil 4. I love it. But I think this is one of those cases where, you know, the developers took the original game and improved it. Because the story itself, it says orbs. I can't tell if this is orbs. God fucking damn it. Okay. The story itself has not changed that much. You know, some things have been rearranged. But the overall tone and delivery is much better. The original Resident Evil 4, man, is cheesy as fuck. Like the dialogue is cheesy as hell, man. And that's something they improved a lot in the remake. And I'm not saying that God of War 1 or 2 is cheesy. Some people might say that, but I don't. But some things can be changed. And I already gave my idea on how to improve the intro of God of War 2. By making it so Kratos is having like a nightmare of like him killing his wife and daughter, and like him walking through Olympus, and then he jumps into Rhodes. That would be sick. That would be absolutely amazing, right? And this idea that I had is also for the ending. Something in Santa Monica. I think this is the one. I forgot, guys. Which one is? Does this one have orbs? I don't want to be stuck here. Which one has orbs? I have such a sucky memory, bro. I have such a sucky memory. It's red orbs, don't open it. I feel like in this playthrough I'm gonna end up like missing a lot of upgrades, health upgrades and magic upgrades, because I'm like, I can't tell. See, that's something that God of War 2 fixed. It's interesting. It's important to do challenge runs because you really get to notice some areas where they could have improved on things. I think you know what? Hold on a second. Let me just... Oh, it's that one. That's the one. Hold on a second. Let me see. This is the one that has a thing in it, right? Yeah, okay. So I have to go the one in the wall. Okay, I got it. By doing challenge runs, it's when you start to notice like things that, you know, could have been better in other games. And This is a minor one. But yeah, why not make different chests for different things, you know? Instead of the same gray chest, why not just make a different one? And that's something that... Wait, no, God of War 2 did not fix that! What the fuck? What the fuck? God of War 2 did... God of War 2 did not fix that. It was actually God of War 3. In God of War 2, you did get the God of War 3 chest that you get for these upgrades, but for the urns that you can do in Game Plus. I remember now. God of War 2 did not fix shit. What the fuck? This series sucks, man. 1 out of 10. Too much water, am I right? Yeah, God of War 3 is the one that really fixed it. God of War 3 is legendary, bro. God of War 3 is just... Yeah, there's some issues with the story. But man, when it comes to gameplay, that is the one. If Santa Monica came out and said, we're only gonna be remaking God of War 1 and 2, I'm like, okay, I understand that. I would not get mad about them not remaking God of War 3. God of War 3 is perfect. It still holds up, it looks beautiful, it plays amazing. You know, that's the one that I'm really concerned about. Because like, what exactly are they gonna... Oh, no, don't get that. What exactly are they gonna add to make it better? The game is already masterpiece action-adventure game, in my opinion, you know? I'll be back, Lord Kaptain. Kuba, you are showing your unkness. I know. See, it's Santa Monica's fault. It's Santa Monica's fault that I'm getting old. No, what I'm saying is like, it's with these long-ass development times, bro. I'm gonna be 40 by the time we get the next mainline Kratos game.
Kratos, the
That's
gods
not funny.
are pleased with your progress.
You'll open it again? I almost did.
Skills will not be enough to defeat the minions of Ares. I offer you the power to freeze your enemies where they stand. But you must earn such a gift.
Medusa, the queen of the Gorgons.
The Queen of the Gorgons. Bring me her head, Kratos, and I will give you the ability to wield its power.
Faye planned the whole story, yet she's the least interesting person, and if she doesn't impact the future of the series, then she's worse than Atreus. That's what I think that they're gonna address in the Faye game. I think there's a possibility to make a really interesting Faye game, and they're saying that it's gonna have like multiple mythologies, and Kratos is gonna be involved. I think there's a chance that it could work. I'm trying to be optimistic about it, you know. She was kind of an interesting in Ragnarok, but if she's the protagonist, it could work, you know. I'm just worried about the sales. I'm worried about the sales of that game. Because it seems like Santa Monica is pretty invested on this Faye idea. But if it doesn't pan out, what the fuck are they gonna do? God damn it. Why did you not grab it? Why did you not grab the Medusa? Come on. These Gorgons are so annoying to fight in God of War 1, man. They're so slippery. Yo, that thumbnail is eye-catching. I'm glad, man. I kind of had the idea. Like today, I'm like, I'm gonna do this today.
Destroy them all with Medusa's gaze, and the power of the Gorgon will be yours.
Someone asked me about the mini games before, and I forgot to like read it. I'll talk about it in a bit. But you guys, I think you guys, most of you guys know my opinion on the mini games.
In the name of Olympus.
Would I make more theories on the Sons of Sparta? I'm curious about the green crack things from Ragnarok. Look, I shouldn't have made that short because it, in a way, it got people hyped about that being a reference to the rift in God of War Ragnarok. It's not. It's literally not. It's the explanation that they give in Sons of Sparta is that I forgot what it was now, but it was something stupid. It's a snake. Oh, god damn it, that guards some apples or something. Like it's not related to the higher plane of existence at all. It looks identical, I would say, but it's not related to it. I would have to look into it again, but I forgot the name of the not a serpent, but a dragon. It was a Greek mythology dragon that I think guards apples or something. Let's see if I can get him in the air, hold on. The other one. You fucker. I guess I can do that when I level them up later. Don't open the chest. Save the chest for later. Which one, though? Which one? I forgot which one. Is it this one, the one I can't open? I think there's one here, right? Okay, that one definitely has orbs. This one does too. Okay, I can ignore these ones for now. I think I can level up. Oh man, this is gonna be way too easy. This is gonna be way too easy. See, right now I'm debating on whether or not I should do like a no upgrades challenge, because I mean, like, I have 2,000 orbs, bro. 2,000, man. I can level up the blades and then some. Like, you know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It seems like God of War 1 is very generous with the orbs. Go no upgrades. Give it a heal / magic chest from the Medusa's room. Did I not get it? Well, I'm trying not to get those chests anymore as well. Yeah, I'm trying not to get those. The only beautiful thing since Sparta is how much Kratos loves his brother. Yeah, I guess. He just talks too much, man. I hate Deimos in that game. I hate the voice actor. Shut the hell up, Deimos. No upgrades here? Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering whether or not I should go with like no upgrades, like no red orbs upgrades of any kind. So everything is level 1. But I can level up my health and my magic, like the length of it. I think that might be better. I don't know. I guess I should have thought about this better, because I mean, it seems like I'm gonna be okay without using the chests, you know. I mean, you can upgrade your health bar and magic bar, just don't upgrade anything. It's on It's on hard, very doable. Come on, that's what I'm thinking now. That's exactly what I'm thinking. That maybe I should just go. You guys want to see me suffer? Is that it? Okay. All right. We won't be doing. I mean, we will be doing no upgrades run from now on. We'll try, except the health and magic bar, like the length. We'll do that one. That's the only one. Breaking news: Captain Kuba hates children. Hate children in games, or when they make me play as one. It's kind of stupid. I'm nervous about the God of War show. What? That image that the Prime Video released did not, you know, instill hope in you? Craig Toes? The thing about the no upgrade run, and this is gonna suck, is that I won't get the R1 dash. Not the dash, the shoulder bash. I love that move. Okay, the moment I don't do any, decide to make no upgrades, I make like the longest combo. The hell? Okay, what are these? Is this red orbs? I kind of want to avoid doing the checkpoint thing, restart, you know. You said that move was OP, so you're welcome. Which move? The shoulder bash, the R1. I love that move, bro. I love that move. Would they put in the God of War show the deleted scenes of Kratos eating with the trays? Oh, probably. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of those scenes, I'm sure. You know. Pragmata has a kid too, Kuba. Yeah, I mean, you can't really avoid it, man. Like, the Last of Us has started something that is just, it's very hard for the gaming industry to shake, man. Like, it's just something that everybody does it, you know. But I'm looking at Pragmata, and it seems like the gameplay is gonna be more fun. Like, it seems like it's still Capcom who made it, so it doesn't automatically mean it's bad, you know. You should use save states before opening chess. I can just go to the checkpoint, right? I see what you're saying, because if I open this... Well, I mean, look, if I'm not... I can open any of them now, because I'm not gonna be using any of the red orbs. I will be using these ones, so I can open any of them I want, because I'm not gonna be upgrading anything, so that's fine. I don't understand why we get a show about a story we already have a whole game about. I don't get it either, especially when these types of games are more, you know, story focused than the other ones, right? I'm kind of the opinion. I saw, dude. Okay, here we're gonna take a small break. This was actually supposed to be like a God of War hangout as well. Give me a sec. No, I can't do that. Hold on. Quiet game. What was it? Yeah, I was reading the primal post. Where was it? Don't look at the title of my things. Don't. Oh, look at that. Oh, what? What is this here? Could this be the things that Morse discovered in God of War Ragnarok that were cut from God of War Ragnarok? What? Report to the Allfather regarding the dwarves. What? What does that say there? What? Enhance? What does that say there? What? I'm teasing you guys. I'm teasing you guys. Does that say Snow White reference? What? I didn't see that. I did not see that. What are you talking about? Anyway, where was it? Not Boat Captain in Valhalla. What? Boat Captain in Valhalla? You did not see that? What? I think it was this. I was like doing like a State of God of War thing, and I was gonna talk about the video that I did about demos, and also this thing. Look, I warn you guys. I warn you. This is going to be AI. This is going to be AI. Okay. but I think it also shows the potential. That is a nice thumbnail. Look at that. I'm like, oh, what's that thumbnail right there? What? What's that? Yeah, I want to click on that video. This is AI, of course. But to me, it just shows like the potential for doing like an anime or like animated God of War show instead of a live action show. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Hold on. Again, there are parts that look like shit, you know. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I don't know why he screamed like Kratos there. Stop showing me slop. No, but look at this. Look at, like, imagine getting this in animation instead, bro. Like something like this. All right, let me go back to the part that I really wanted to show you. Yeah, look at that. The ships, like the Spartans, like drowning and shit. This part. Again, there's parts that looks really dumb, like this. Why does it take so long? And why is he so big?
Athena, you will suffer for this. Hold the door, men. Don't let him through. More
It does look like the blood of Zeus out of it, yeah.
This point is strategic. A trap for this fallen god.
That's why, like, again, it's AI slop. I get it. I really do get it, okay? But it just kind of shows, like, I guess the strength of the concept. It was like, it would be cool to get it animated instead, you know? Shit. Oh, come on. There we go. So I just found a Greek buddy here and we're chatting a bit. Oh, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. It's good that you guys, you know, you can find buddies in the community. That's awesome, you know. Yeah, animated God of War over live service any day. Yeah, I feel like it could just work better. I think those are just red orbs. Okay, so we can ignore that. Yeah, we're good. When I asked you about AC Odyssey, you said Requiescat in Pace, but I started the game. And however RPG elements can be tedious, the game itself and the Greek world is so catchy. I love it overall. Hey man, good for you. I do think that the world itself is just, it's fun to discover. I climbed like Poseidon's statue, and I still remember that. Like the whole world is cool. And I think like in terms of like recreating ancient Greece, it does a really good job, I would say. You know, I've been there, I'm that old, so I can tell you that it's very faithful to the original setting. But to me, it's more like it doesn't really feel like an Assassin's Creed game anymore to me. But hey, if you're liking it as an open world game, go for it, man. All the power to you. Was it hard to make animated series of God of War? They don't want to make it animated, bro. They don't, and I think it's because they're going more for like the Oscars and the awards. Like these shows, I don't think the animated shows win like have the same type of prestige that live action shows have. Oh fuck. This if I'm able to do this playthrough, it's really going to test my skills as a God of War fan, because even now, like I'm having to really struggle here a little bit. Tell that to the Studio Ghibli. What about it? I mean, they okay. Those people do win awards. Okay, but that's in Japan. I think animation in Japan is much more respected than here in the West. Like I feel like animation itself was really going strong in the 90s, but then it just kind of stopped. Like it just hasn't been as good. Even a show like Invincible, which is it's very good and entertaining, you know, story and like action wise. The animation itself is not that good, you know. But when you go to the 90s, you get other shows like Aeon Flux, for example. I think that's what it's called. And you get like really weird and creative like animation styles that you don't really see these days anymore. I'm not gonna say that it's the case with all of the shows, right? But for the most part, it's Japan the one that really, you know, has stuck with it. At least how I see it. Dude, Aeon Flux is the shit. It's such a weird... Aeon Flux is the Souls-like of animated shows. Like, it's one of those things that you don't know what the hell is going on. But story-wise, you're just captivated by it. Like, what is this world? Why does she have to kiss this dude and get a secret message from under his tooth or something? Like, it's weird scenes like that is like, does this have a coherent story? And part of me wants to try and put it together, but it's like, what is this show? I agree, it's weird as hell, man. Would you believe me if I say a simple lighting tweak can change like the animation to 100? Like, how so? I mean, how so? I don't know much about animation though. I just know that it's you know, I see the comparisons of like the ones from the 90s, and it's just they don't look really that much creative, you know. Ah, shit. All right. Okay, it's gonna be interesting. Now go and get yourself a health inside. Okay, I can do this one. I can do this one. Let's see. I saw a guy on Twitter recreate Invincible with some 3D techniques, and it looked 100 times better. I'm sure, you know. But then again, those are people who have a lot more free time. The people on the show have a deadline that they have to meet up, you know. I recommend checking out the Max if you fuck with Aeon Flux. I don't know what the Max is. Kona's the one actually who introduced me to Aeon Flux. And check this out. You know, check this out. It was one time a while back when we were suited. We had taken the cabbage of Olympus, and it was the trippiest shit to watch on that. If we break down animation, every frame has to be drawn singularly like a picture. Picture lighting is 90% of the work, so yeah, lighting can make a great difference in animation. Yeah, I don't know how it works, but I mean, I believe you, I'm sure. I know that lighting in general is just like, it's very important. Like, it can really be used as a tool, like, to make things look better. To me, one of the best looking games of all time is Killzone 2. And I think the reason why that is because they hide a lot of the imperfections in darkness, you know, and it goes really well with like the Helghast red eyes, and it just, the game itself just looks very memorable. Like when the guns, like when you shoot the guns, so you can see that flashing constantly. Like, it just looks realistic. Out of the PlayStation 3, Killzone 2 still looks, at least in my mind, it looks amazing to this day. Like, there's something about that game that just looks better than Killzone 3 and Killzone Shadowfall or whatever the sequel was, right? So I wish Guerrilla would go back to making Killzone games. Like that was like the closest PlayStation got to a Halo, you know. But now they're making Horizon Zero Sales or whatever it's called. There we go. Damn it, I messed it up. There we go. Why don't you grab him, Kratos? Why is this an issue in God of War 1? In Chains of Olympus, you can grab enemies from a mile away, but in God of War 1, you have to be frame perfect, man. Like, come on. I wanna grab you. I wanna grab you. Got it. Will I upgrade the blades? No, I'm gonna try and do a no upgrades run. Completely raw dog it. This is... I'm not kidding you. This is good. This is probably like the hardest thing I'll ever do ever in my time playing the God of War series. I've never played God of War 1 without leveling up a single time, and I'm not even on normal. I'm on the second hardest. So I'm interested to see if I can do this. I'm really gonna try. I'm really gonna try. God fucking damn it. You beat Sekiro. How hard can this be? Oh, I mean, that's true. I'm getting a tasty taste for more challenging games. You know, I'm getting that taste on. Give me more. Give me more. I want to challenge myself. You know. I tried to ring out the red orbs. Oh, I tried to ring out the red orbs. There was a comma there, but you missed it. I'll see. I mean, like, the whole point is just like to do it as well. Like, if it gets too difficult, then I'll have to start using more cheesy tactics like ring outs and stuff like that. You know, I know that you can do it here with this move very easily. Let me see that. It's too easy. That's too easy. I've seen the movie 300. Of course I've seen the movie 300. Well, I mean, speaking of like Greek epics, what do you guys think about the Odyssey? Like we just got a second trailer for it. What do you guys think about it? So I saw it, and I love Christopher Nolan, and I'm still excited for it. But there's something weird about that movie that I can't really put my finger on it yet. I don't know what it is. And it could be the fact that, I don't know, man, because this is never really an issue before. But it's like, all I see is like actors that I've seen before. I'm like, that's not Odysseus. That's Matt Damon. That's not Odysseus' son. That's Tom Holland. That's Zendaya. Like it's just like, it's too recognizable, but that's not an issue before. Because Brad Pitt played Achilles in Troy, so that's not an issue before. Why is it now? So I'm excited for it. And it's cool that we got to see Scylla and Charbides. How do you pronounce that name? Charibid, I think. It's one of those things that sounds like you pronounce it one way, but it's actually the other way. And the last Dragonians were also there. Like, those look kind of cool. So I'm excited for it, but man, there's just something odd about it, you know? It'll be bad, probably. Cohen is just like, nah, it's gonna be shit. Don't worry about it. I don't know, maybe. I don't think it's gonna be good. Even Travis Scott is in it. Who the hell is Travis Scott? Who's that? Never heard of that name. Whoa. That's the problem with Nolan in general. He refused to cast anyone that isn't big name actor, and it's hard to immerse yourself. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it, because I'm like, these people are all like recognizable, and I don't see Odysseus. I see Matt Damon, and I don't know, man. But I'm hopeful, because like the Odyssey is like one of those like classic stories that just is timeless, and it would be nice to see it recreated on the big screen like again. And Nolan is a good director, but I've always associated Nolan more with science fiction movies, you know, like Inception or Intergalactic. Those are amazing. But even Tenet is weird as hell, man, but it's got an interesting concept, and I just don't know how that is going to that's going to apply to, you know, a mythological fantasy movie. I don't know if he's gonna nail it. That's how we know Kuba is reaching Unk status. Who doesn't know who Travis Scott is? Who the fuck is Travis Scott, bro? I've been an uncle for a long time, I'm guessing. Okay, who's Travis Scott? A rapper? Did I just what? He's in the movie acting? Or like as a musician or something. I don't know how the music's gonna be though. Who does he play in it? I'm sorry, but Travis Scott being in the Odyssey makes zero sense. And it takes away its seriousness. Yeah, I feel like the issue with the Odyssey right now is the cast. That it just looks too modern. And like they're also, again, it's this trend. It's this trend that one of the complaints was that they just sound like they're Americans. And I'm guessing writers these days don't understand that there's a purpose in having more formal or more classic dialogue in movies. For certain movies, it just makes sense, you know. God of War, look, I've played Legacy of Kain, and that one is full on Shakespearean. Like how they talk is very much Shakespearean. God of War is not, the original God of War games are not quite there, but they're more formal, how they speak, right? And that gives it a sense of like otherworldliness that, you know, they don't sound like the guy you meet at the store, you know, and that's special. And that's one of the complaints that people have had about the Odyssey, that they just sound American, and it just takes away from the immersion. But I'm guessing writers these days don't understand that, because I'm seeing this trend everywhere, bro. It's happening everywhere. I've been talking about this for the longest time now, and it feels like I'm taking like crazy pills. Like, no one sees this. No one sees this as an issue. Anne Hathaway can call me daddy anytime. Don't worry, she won't. Yeah, it's not like they're yo, sup dude, and Olympic. Exactly, man. They don't quite go that way in movies, but there's just something about like the dialogue they use. Like, I think it was what is Odysseus' son? Telemachus, I think is his name. I forgot his name now. But in the trailer, he's like, "My dad is coming back," or something like that. instead of saying "my dad is coming back," he should say something like my father will return. Like, it's a simple tweak, my bro. It's a simple tweak to make it sound a little bit more serious. That's it, you know? Bro, in the trailer, the word daddy was used. Wait, was it? Would it kill him to use father back in the day? Did they really use daddy? There's no way. They said my dad is coming back or something like that, right? There's no way they used daddy. There's no way, man. Speaking of Legacy of Kain, how's Defiance going? It's not going. I've been kind of stuck where I left off a couple of weeks back. Connor and I have a lot of things on our plate these days, and like we can't really sit down to play much, you know. The very little free time we have, which is usually just to spend time together and just watch TV and just hang out, you know. But yeah, we have not been able to play Defiance, which is a shame because I really want to see where the story ends, you know. Daddy was used is true? No fucking way. Where does it say that? Where does it say that? Where do they say daddy? Well, the coin is still turning, Kuba. The coin? Oh, I get the coin reference. I get it. Okay, we're gonna have to watch this Odyssey trailer again, bro. We're gonna have to do it. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't get me demonetized or something.
Do not fear, Kratos. I am the Oracle of Athens, here to help you defeat Ares. Find my temple to the east, and I will show you how to murder a god.
All right, let's see this thing. Let's see this thing. Oh, you're pining for a daddy. I missed it. I missed it when I first watched it. You're pining. At least he said pining. Instead of you want a daddy. Oh. Why would you say let's go? How about forward? You know how Helios says it in God of War. How about it's such a small thing. It's such a small thing that I don't understand. Let's go. Let's fucking do this. How we did it in Greece. Like what? I think he slumbers. Like just small tweak. It's small tweak, and I don't understand it. It's something that I don't understand why modern writers don't see it. Don't understand. Maybe it's because like do we even get like good fantasy movies these days anymore? Like we had Lord of the Rings a while back, but has there been any recent good fantasy movie? I can't think of one right now. Mario, let's go. People say it's not a big deal, bro. The writing is on the wall. This movie will be bad. I'm really hoping it's not, man. I'm really hoping. This is not just me like trying to be overly positive. It's like, man, it's the Odyssey. I want it to be good. Like I want this to be good, you know. God of War. God of War.
I haven't forgotten you. For what you did that night, this city will be your grave.
Gladiator? I fucking love Gladiator, man. Yeah, yeah. Here. Oh, man. This is definitely gonna get me demonetized because of the music. Should I do it? I fucking love the intro of Gladiator, man. I want to do it so bad. Like the. What was I think it's. It was just. I gotta skip it to the part. Hold on. It's when he's talking to the people. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's gonna get me demonetized. But it's when they're they're going off to the side to like do the ambush thing, and it's like if you find yourself alone, do not be. If you find yourself alone in fields of, I forgot how the line goes, but it's so epic. Do not be troubled, for you are in Elysium, and you're already dead. Ah! It just hits, man. It hits. Marvel did it. How can I reward Rome's greatest general? Yeah, I fucking love the Gladiator, man. It's just funny seeing that I've never actually changed. Like since I was a kid, I've liked the same things because Gladiator was used as an inspiration for God of War, and it's like I've always been the same guy. I've never changed. The ship of Theseus, my ass, you know. I'm still me. Maximus is one of those one of the most Giga Chat movie protagonists to ever exist. I memorized almost all of his speeches. It's so good, man. It's such a good movie. Aw. Hey. It's such a cool puzzle. Have I seen The Sopranos? No, but I want to. I like me some mafia stories. They're pretty good. If you find yourself alone riding in the green fields with the sun on your face, do not be troubled, for you're in Elysium and you're already dead. That's the one. That's the one. It's such a good line, man. I'm starting to think that, yeah, writers have kind of lost the art of writing good dialogue, you know? At least, like, for these types of movies. That's kind of how I feel. When do you think we'll see something about the remix? Oh, yeah, someone asked me about that. I don't even know if I answered, to be honest with you. I don't know. It all depends on what the scale of this project is going to be. I don't know how big Santa Monica is going to make these games. I don't know, like, if they're gonna be like its own separate projects, right? But I think it would make sense to see them next year, bro. Maybe, okay, maybe not 2027, but maybe we should see. We might be able to get an announcement in 2027 for a 2028 release date. I think that would be reasonable, at least for the first game. If they're doing it like, if they're doing one game at a time, I think that would make sense. But then again, I don't know. I'm just basing this like out of nothing. I'm just like saying it. In there. You know, they say Godfather is good. Haven't seen it yet. Oh, you definitely should. Godfather is amazing. I think for now we should be focused on this rumored Fae game. It seems very likely that this is what we're going to get next. And the rumors say that it's going to be announced later this month, actually. Come on. What the hell, bro? I'm losing my skills here. Kuba, read blood in mine gladiator quotes. What did blood say? Oh, he retracted it? Father to a murder son, husband to a murder wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Like there's something in the modern dialogues of these movies that are just lacking, and it seems like it's very simple to fix. Are you excited for a Wolverine game? I kind of am. I'm hopeful that it's gonna be good. I just hope it's not open world. If it turns out to be open world or Spider-Man 2.0, then I can tell you I'm probably not gonna get it. You know, I don't really get new games that much these days to begin with. But if Insomniac says that it's going to be open world, then I'm not gonna be interested. Bro, ignore my big ass 2 comment quote. Okay, I'm sorry, blood. I did not see it. I just went to the nearest one. Yeah, my name is Maximus Decimus Meritus, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Phoenix Allegiance, servant of the true emperor Marcus Aurelius. I know. I've seen the movie, man. I've seen it, and I agree with you. It's got really cool dialogue. Forget the theories. We need you writing the script for these movies. I'm not needed. I'm really not needed. Like, again, like my changes are as simple as like, instead of saying dad, say father. That's it. Like this is, I just don't understand. Like it's gotta be something else. It's gotta be another reason that I'm not seeing. I mean, 300 has some amazing dialogue too. I haven't seen that one in a while, but yeah, I remember being a good movie as well. I enjoyed it quite a lot, you know. Gladiator 2, what do you think about it? Have you seen it? I have not. I have not seen it. Frankly, it looks kind of unnecessary, and it just became like a CGI fest as well. It's like, I don't know about this, you know. But what is interesting, here's what's something really interesting, and Kona maybe should start doing, my wife should start doing theories or something, because my wife had not seen the original Gladiator movie, and it was a couple of years back when I'm like, you have to watch it, it's really good, right? And when watching that movie, she's like, oh, I wonder if the little kid is actually Maximus' son. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. The movies don't really hint at that. At least it didn't come across that way to me, right? And then we fast forward to the announcement of the second movie, and it turns out to be that the protagonist is Maximus' son, who was the kid from the previous movie, you know? So it's interesting that she was able to, like, I get a feeling that that's his kid. And I did not get that feeling at all, and she was right. I really hope we see Tomb Raider at the Summer Game Fest. Look, I'm kind of confused about what's going on with Tomb Raider these days, because I think they're doing a remake, but there's also a sequel, right? Are you excited about the remake or the sequel? Let's see what's in there. What about Ridley Scott? He's the girl's son, the sister of the Emperor, right? But isn't he the son of Maximus? I haven't seen the sequel yet, but isn't he the son of Maximus as well? Because like the Emperor's sister was sleeping with him at one point, right? And it's kind of implied. Well, didn't they have sex together in the movie as well in Gladiator? Like in one scene, don't they get together? Do you think Kratos ever has to sharpen those blades? I don't think so. I think these blades are more magic based. I don't think they need sharpening or taking care of. But then again, they do look pretty rusty in God of War 2018. So I don't know. It was Kuba not supposed to get that chest? Wait, what chest did I? No. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm doing a no upgrades run. So I'm collecting all the red orbs and completely ignoring them. Like ideally, I'm gonna finish the game on level 1 blades, level 1 everything except my health and my magic. So I'm opening every chest, and if I get orbs, I just don't use them. As you can see, I have 3,000 of them. You know. He's not. She loved him, but he did not. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch the movie again, or I'm gonna have to watch the second one as well. And after she helped him, he kissed her. You can open the chest, but don't upgrade it. Yeah, I read that. Yeah. Do you want to change the title then? I'll probably change it afterwards. Yeah. Let me see. All right, we can change it now. Can I do it? Hold on a second. Let me get a big face while I do it. Do not be troubled, for you are in Elysium, and you're already dead. Without upgrading, yeah. Is it upgrading? Yeah, upgrading. Nailed it. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see. Let's go back. Why did one of the documents on your Google Drive say, "Why I love Deimos and Sons of Sparta"? I don't think it said that. I have not written that. You're trolling me. I did not say that. I think it was like, why I hate Sons of Sparta. It's just video ideas that I was working on. That one I haven't really written much of it, you know. Change the title to God of War 1 as a hidden gem. That'll get people riled, man. It's like, what do you mean it's a hidden gem? Everybody knows it's amazing. What's the statue thing? Oh, did I miss it? Okay. Need to go in the morning. I'm going to work. Good night, Cuba, Captain, and chat. Good night, bro. Thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I might be stopping soon-ish as well. We'll see how it goes. Been pretty good. Kind of lagging. What the hell's going on? Why is it lagging? Is he stuck just doing that? Look at this idiot. He's just doing that. Stop doing that. You're messing up my GPU or CPU. GPU? Is it GPU? What's the computer thing? It's CPU, right? Why is it so goddamn glitchy, man? This has been the glitchiest playthrough of God of War I've ever done. Then again, I did play Sons of Sparta. Oh! Damn it. Oh my god, bro. Maybe the no level up thing is just gonna be really tedious. What the hell? These guys take forever, man. Oh god. Human, come here. Okay, one down, finally. Grab him! What the hell, man? What the hell? I thought my connection was bad. Yeah, something started happening. I don't know why. It just like started lagging like crazy. It was bull. I agree, bro. I agree. Because I failed twice. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But then I grabbed him and he's like, nope. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. What's your most positive video idea for God of War that you got cooking that in that drive of yours? Like, what's my most positive video? Like, what do you mean? Like that I'm talking good about the God of War series? I mean, I'm not sure. I don't really do reviews, if that's what you're asking. So I'm not really sure what the most positive video I have right now. I was working on a video on why Santa Monica should change a simple thing in the ending of God of War 2 in the remake. I kind of see that as a positive video because I'm just giving my idea for on how to make the game better. But in doing so, I'm saying that the original God of War 2 is not as good in that area. So I'm guessing that's not too positive, you know. Now let's see if I missed a chest or something. You know what would fix that? You know what would fix the remake? What would fix the remake? What? Yeah, God of War 1 have that perfect grabbing position issue. They fixed it in 2, thankfully. They did, man. They did. God of War 2 is just... It's amazing. Like, it's just like what they did in that game. Like, they really did iron out some of the jankiness in God of War 1. But, you know, God of War 1 still has the bones. Like, it still feels good to play, you know. What do you think of the Mayo dude? I saw the whole interview, and half of the interview he said maybe people would call you stupid too, and it sounded very harsh because he shouldn't say that. I forgot the context, but he didn't call me stupid though. He just said that
Stay away.
I think he was talking about like so I think what he said is that, oh yeah, if you give your opinion on why God of War should remain linear, they're gonna call you stupid, right? He's not saying that I was stupid. He's just saying that they would call me stupid if I gave an opinion on the series, right? And but May and I pretty much like agree on a lot of things like regarding God of War. And Mayo, I kind of use him as like a if Mayo ends up liking a game, and not every single one, because like there are games that he likes that I don't. I don't like survival horror, for example. But when it comes to action games, I kind of take his opinion. Oh yeah, if Mayo likes this game, I'm probably gonna like it as well. There has been some hits, some misses, I guess, but it just comes to a matter of preference for me, you know.
Stay back. Keep away from me.
Any videos besides why Sons of Sparta is bad? I need more positivity. Well, the thing is, let me see. Do I even have anything written on that video? On the Sons of Sparta one? Yeah, what do I hate Sons of Sparta? I've written some of it, but I would have to see what I said, because I'm like, I just didn't end up liking it, because I don't have the structure for it. I don't have one, you know? The other one, I should really start... I think this is the God of War 2 ending one, which has a weird title, but, you know. Yeah. Let's just go. What's up with that cake document, Kuba? What cake? What are you talking about? Mayo's all about gameplay. I like that about him. Yeah, like I kind of use him as a guy who just like... who kind of breaks down the game too. I saw his Pragmata review, and he said... I didn't watch the whole thing, actually. But he said that he didn't like some aspects of it, but I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna listen to him, because I played the demo and I thought it was pretty fun, so I'm gonna go with that, you know? We need that hate Sons of Sparta video so bad. Look, it's not even like a hate video. It really isn't. It's more like I'm disappointed in the choice that they made for it. And like, why this game? Why tell this story? And I'm hesitant to make the video because I feel like there might be a reason for it. I'm still hopeful enough that there might be a reason, and like they're planning to do a Deimos spin-off game, and that's why they're setting up his story that way, you know. What do you think about Jacksepticeye producing the Blood movie? I have no idea. I know that he's a fan, but I don't know, like I don't know if he'll be good as in a producer role. That's not his job, you know.
I know who you are.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Monster.
Wait.
The thing about a Sons of Sparta review is that, for one thing, I don't like doing reviews because I have to, in order to do like a really good review, in my opinion, you have to play the game twice on a harder difficulty to really point out like the flaws with it. With Sons of Sparta, you don't really have to do that. Like the flaws are kind of evident, but I just don't like doing reviews. You can say that I got too comfortable just doing theories and like how I write videos. Like I like the plot twist. I like if my videos have a plot twist to them, that the audience doesn't know something and I reveal it to them, a connection that I made. That's where I get my my dopamine hits when making videos, you know. Reviews are not for me. I don't like doing reviews, right? So what you end up getting is just like rants on live streams, right? Which is not ideal.
Don't come near me.
But to me, like everything. Look, guys. Look, we don't have a Metacritic score for God of War Betrayal. But I'm willing to bet that if we did, it would be higher than Sons of Sparta. This is one of those things that the critics and the fandom has spoken, and it's obvious. Sons of Sparta is not a good God of War game. It's even questionable as a game, like as a Metroidvania. I've played what? Symphony of the Night, Hollow Knight, Blasphemous. I've played a couple of Metroidvania games, and I hate the fact that Sons of Sparta is the worst one out of all of them. I'm not saying it's all bad. I'm just saying it's the least impressive one out of all of them. In both story, gameplay, graphics, music is pretty good, but still it does not touch the heights of Silksong, for example. So it's just, you know, it's just it is what it is. I don't understand it. Maybe what we need to do is lower the what we were expecting for Santa Monica to accomplish with Sons of Sparta. If they just wanted to give us a small game for the anniversary, I guess it's good. You know, not a lot of people, developers don't really do that a lot for the series that they work on. Just say a simple thank you and move on. But Santa Monica gave us a game at least. Like, if we want to look at it that way, I guess it's fine. But again, like the game didn't even release on the anniversary. Like it released like the following year. So I think at the very least they should have taken some extra months to get rid of the bugs, the game-breaking bugs, in my opinion. They fixed ever since, but still, you know. Damn. You know, the fun thing about like not leveling up is that you get to juggle enemies for a lot longer. Wait. You can grab these enemies? I'm guessing it's the shield ones, like when you break the shield you can grab them. I never noticed that. Hey Luke, how you been, man? A long time no see. Have ever played the Hitman games? Nah, you know, stealth is not really for me, you know. Yeah! Wait, what the fuck? You can grab them? That's what I thought, yeah! That's what I thought! Maybe these, it's like a different type of enemy, like the ones that have shields. Once you break the shield, you can grab them. But I was just like, wait, what? You can grab these guys? I feel like you should make a review about Sons of Sparta regardless, but I want you to see Tactical Blaken's production on it, because a lot of your criticisms are addressed in his review. What does he say? Still waiting for that Legacy of Kain reference on a God of War theory video. It might happen. It might. I don't know how I would introduce it in it, but it might happen because you can grab. This is the first time, because they look identical to the other ones. I just didn't think you could grab them. Let's go here. Have I seen the Bond game? Apparently it's supposed to be like Uncharted meets Hitman. Seems like a cool comp. Yeah, no, that's one of my most hyped games right now. I don't know if I'll be able to play it day one. I think it comes out this month, right at the end of this month. I don't want to get into it, but it seems like Kona and I might have to move once again. So, and it's all kind of happening very close to this date. So I don't want to make any promises that I'm going to be playing a game or not, you know. I see Mayo stream of the Elden Ring. Someone posted the clips on YouTube and he tried to delete it and someone reposted it, and now I know why community says the natural disaster live. I don't know. No, I don't know what. No, I think I heard something about it, about a PS5, but I haven't looked into it. I don't know what happened to it. I think he said that he was he might have mentioned it to me a while back, but I didn't even pay attention to it. I don't tend to get into like channel drama and like what's going on and stuff with their channels, but I think what he told me is that he was doing a charity live stream or something. I just don't know how it relates to a PS5. I think it was that he was gonna play Elden Ring if he made enough money to get a PS. I forget. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's something about that. But I don't know what the deal is. I just kind of take like his like I just kind of focus on his opinions on games, and that's it. You know, I don't know what he does during live streams. I don't know what his deal is. You know, my game of the year is Tomb Raider, and we have no update about it. I don't think it's coming out this year, bro. I wish you played the first Hollow Knight game from 2017. It's far better than Silksong from my. Well, I have played the original Hollow Knight. I loved it. Like, I'm still, even though I like Silksong, I think I like the original one more. Like, there's things I like about the second one that's more probably, but the first one, I think it's still perfection. Don't tell me it froze. Oh my god. Oh, thank god, it's the controller doing something wacky. Okay, hold on, it'll connect again. I thought I had lost all that progress, bro. Jesus. Yo, dialogue, writing, lack of variety in combat, shitty narrative and such. I believe that you'll resonate with his review. The thing is, it's not. I mean, I haven't seen his review, but it's not. Anybody with a brain can see that, bro. Anybody with a brain and who played that game can see it. It's a. I want to know how much they made with that game. I really want to know how much. I think I should stop for now. How long has it been? Yeah, we'll go to Big Face for a little bit. How about that? Because I'm kind of tired now, and it's only been about 3 hours, so that's pretty good for like an impromptu stream, I would say. You know. But yeah, I really want this Faye game to be good. I really do, man. Because I don't like being negative. I don't like being negative and critical of my favorite series. But you know, especially Sons of Sparta, I just don't understand that game. I don't understand it. It has left me just kind of very confused about it, because before Sons of Sparta, I've had my opinions on things that Santa Monica should change, right? But even things in Ragnarok that I don't like, the game itself, it's well made. Like, the game is complete. It doesn't have any bugs, right? and I know this game was not made by Santa Monica, but they worked on it. They had the writers, they had quality assurance was involved, and I don't understand. Santa Monica does not release buggy games like this. This is the first time. Not even Betrayal, bro. Betrayal is janky as hell, but it's full. It's finished. It's complete. But Sons of Sparta is just it's an unfinished mess with a very boring script, very boring setting, very uninspired gameplay. I hate to say this, but the game also looks like shit. Rumors said that it was going to look better than Blasphemous. I don't know who the fuck thinks it looks better than Blasphemous. I really don't know who, and I don't like it. But these development times, man, they're so long that they just leave Uncle Captain Kuba here ranting for years on end about the last thing that happened, which was Sons of Sparta. So I'm hoping that the rumors are true, bro, and that the Fae game is going to get announced later this month. And that it's going to be awesome, that it's going to look amazing. I'm really hoping that's the case, man. Because I don't know if I can take it anymore. Bring the Coke bottle for the June State of Play. Is it going to be June? Is it going to be June or May? I think the PlayStation usually has a State of Play on May, doesn't it? I thought it was later this month. You can correct me on it. He was going to have a grandson's until the next good game. It said July, May, or early June. Yeah, so it's kind of up there. The menu's taken from Ragnarok. Yeah, any game that gets made is a miracle. Game development is really hard. I don't like using the L word too frivolously. But with this game, bro. With this game, I don't know maybe it's more like they wanted to rush it out, but what the hell, man? What the hell, excuse me. I expected ultra realistic 2D game with young Kratos whooping ass with the blades. Any other time period would have been better. Like that's the thing that I don't understand. Unless they're setting up Deimos to have its own spin-off game. If they're doing that, then that kind of makes sense. Not that much, because Deimos is still not the full-on focus of Sons of Sparta. Kratos is still the focus there, But if they are doing a Deimos spin-off game in the future, it kind of makes sense. So you get the first Sons of Sparta, then another Metroidvania, where Deimos maybe gets captured by I just don't know how that could fit into the story or something, right? And then you get a more traditional God of War spin-off game with Deimos as he's taken into the underworld, and then like the gods make him do shit for them and stuff. Because I only based that belief on the line in Ghost of Sparta of like whoever controlled the Marked Warrior controlled the fate of Olympus. We're like, okay, who was controlling Deimos then? They thought he was the Marked Warrior, Yeah, bro, if Deimos is a spin-off game, I know. But that's why, look, they could have done one. I already gave my idea. They could have done one on the comic story. We know Sons of Sparta confirms that that's the comic is it's canon still. Why not make a story about that? Just retell that story, and he's traveling all over the place. I don't know if a Metroidvania game would make sense for that type of story. That one's more of like an adventure that you just keep going forward, right? But any other time period, any other goddamn time period would have been better. That one chatter that suggested to have God of War story where Greek Kratos went up against Achilles still gets me excited. Who said that? Oh, someone commented here, right? Yeah. What about Achilles? What about the Trojan War? Why not set? Here's one. Here's one that works. I would say works perfectly. I would say have a Metroidvania game that takes place during the time of the Trojan War. And you have to go under the city, and it's much larger than you realize or something, right? And you get Ajax, you get Achilles, you get the ones for Troy. I forgot his name now. God damn it, what's his name? Hector. It's maybe they're also saving that for a much bigger game. So I don't know. I'm hoping this Fae game is amazing. I really am. I'm hopeful. It is Cory Barlog, and Cory Barlog has a good track record. Ghost of Sparta, God of War 2, 2018. All of these games I like. story-wise for the most part, you know. But I'm hoping it nails it. I'm hoping Cory Barlog nails this Fae game, because it seems like he wanted to tell it. It seems like he's always wanted to tell it for a long time now, and I hope it makes sense. I hope the gameplay is fun and fast, and you know, you get a bunch of mythologies like the rumors say. Same, I still want to see Achilles, bro. Yeah, it's such a missed opportunity. There's so many other Greek heroes that they could do more stuff with, you know. I just joined the stream. Ending. Yes, sir. I'm ending it now. This was kind of an impromptu stream, so it's kind of short. But next week we might continue it. We might not. I don't know. I like the idea. I like the idea of doing a no upgrades run from through God of War. So if it works out, we can do one for God of War 2 if you guys want, and so on. I do know that I can probably make because the original idea for this stream was to only use the blood orbs from the combos that I got. That way it would incentivize me to do like really good combos, right? It seems like this idea might have to be pushed to God of War 3, because I know in God of War 3 you can use the demo skin, and that one has like the orbs themselves don't have any value whatsoever. Like they get cut in half or something like that. So maybe that could be like a good challenge run for God of War 3, where we just, and it's the more combo heavy game where you can do crazy combos in God of War 3. So maybe that's where we can save the red orbs challenge for. For now, I guess we'll just stick with the no upgrades challenge, you know. I don't see them changing the Norse ways to tell the story in the game, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. Lord Kaptain, would you watch Tactical Bacon about... Wait. Let me read that. Would you watch Tactical Bacon about the criticism you mentioned of Sons of Sparta? I watched it and it's interesting. I mean, I can watch it. When I'm cooking, I'll probably, like, listen to it, you know? I do feel like I do need to do a review on Sons of Sparta, because I am, like... Whether I like it or not, I am someone in the community, and, like, people do want to know my opinion on things, but... It just seems that it's not, I don't know if it's needed, you know. It's like, what, I don't want to talk about the obvious stuff. I don't want to talk about the obvious stuff, like the combat, like the bad graphics, the bugs. Those things are obvious, right? What I wanted to talk about Sons of Sparta, the thing that really interests me, I just want to title the video why, just why, you know. The thing I don't understand is the setting. That's the only thing. Is like, why did you guys... Just because it makes for good character growth or even a good story, it doesn't mean that it should be included in a God of War game, in a game that's known for action and brutality. That's the thing that I'm not understanding about Matt Sophos and Rich Gaubert these days, you know, that they make decisions that only benefit the plot and the characters as well, but in doing so they kind of forget about the game, or like the identity of the series. That's the thing that I thought with Ironwood they had learned their lesson, but it seems like there was they didn't really see it as a lesson, more as like, okay, we just gotta do it differently then. But because I mean, they did Ironwood and then they just doubled down. They doubled down with the whole kid thing. It was like, no one wants to play as these kids. This is not a super interesting time period in Kratos' life, you know. It's cool to see, you know, Kratos from a different time in his life where he was more where he revered the gods more, where he was like, oh, they will come through it. It's interesting, but maybe in a comic, not even like a show, just a comic, just like a throwaway comic that you read once and okay, that's it. But a God of War game, like this is a really uninteresting time period to be making a God of War game, you know. Do you think the remakes will come one collection pack or separate releases? I don't know. I do find it odd that they flat out announced all three of them, that they're working on three of them, right? So I don't know if that means that they're gonna be all in the same box, or it's just gonna be like yearly or something like that, you know. Still streaming. You are made of tougher stock than me. It's only been 3 hours. I've streamed for longer. My streams are actually getting smaller again, so I'm trying to get back to like making the streams a little bit longer, you know. What did you say? Can I still refund the game? The Sons of Sparta thing? I don't know what PlayStation's policy is for refunding thing. I'm not gonna refund it because it's still a God of War game, and I need to keep it just for lore purposes and stuff. But even that, man, even that, I don't want to even look into the lore because I just find the game so boring. I find it so boring that it's just no point, you know. Medusa talking head, I can't wait. Ironwood was not that bad, but definitely playing as kids, Kid Atreus or Angrboda collecting fruits was boring as hell. Look, man, it's one of those things that in a movie that whole section makes sense because you're just passively just taking it in and you get to focus on the characters, right? But they're just not fun to play with. Atreus, at least in Ragnarok, it's not very fun to play with. And I'm not just saying that from a gameplay perspective. I'm just saying that from like character. You know, like this is not a video game. This is not fun. I hate to say it. It's not fun. And the same thing with Sons of Sparta. Like it's just kid Kratos, but the combat's ass. The combat's just ass, man. It's got the worst combat system in the series. I hate doing this. This is why I don't really like. I love playing God of War games for you guys, but this is why I also don't like live streaming these games as much because we always end up talking about the same things, and But I also can't lie. I'm not gonna shill for a game that I know I don't like, even if that gets me. Even if that prevents me from getting early access or interviews with Santa Monica. I care more about the series. You know, I get my dopamine hits with the series, not really having contacts in Santa Monica. And I have no choice but to criticize certain things. And I hope they be better. At least it was 30 USD, you know. I think the placement of that section in the game was wrong. It was a good action, and then suddenly we're picking berries. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Anyway, Luke Stevens gets all the early access anger. Yeah, Luke Stevens, I like him, but he's giving me vibes sometimes that he's more okay with the. There was a game that he was promoting, and I was reading the chat like that was going on his live stream, right? And he was like, "Oh, this looks cool, guys. Doesn't this look cool?" And the chat was like, "Steven, this is the most millennial ass writing ever. Like, what the fuck, man?" I forget. I think it was Animals that had a rock band or something, and he seemed to like the idea of it. And I know for a fact I like him, okay? But Luke Stevens is more of a career YouTuber, okay? And this is not diminishing his hard work. I still watch his content, right? But there's been times that he will go for the bag instead, you know, instead of like saying what he actually thinks of a game, he'll go for the bag. He made a sponsor video. I think it was like a 5-minute video where he talked about oh man, the free Chinese game. What was it called? Where the winds meet or something like that. And in that video, he's like, "Yeah, man, I've been playing this for like 500 hours. Check out this new move I got." And he's doing it. And people in the comments were like, "Yeah, now I know you didn't play it because this is like the first move you get in the game." So he got busted, you know? But it's cool. He got the bag. And that's the part of like being a YouTuber that I don't like. I still want to enjoy these games, you know. Once I heard you Sons of Sparta is better than Ascension. Is it still? When the game came out, whenever a game comes out, whenever a God of War game comes out, like I have a period that I'm like, it's good, but it's cope, it's recency bias because it just came out, you know. The same thing happened with Ascension, where it's like it's good, guys, it's good, but the more I played it, the more I'm like, it's not that good, you know. And Sons of Sparta, there's aspects I like. I still like Metroidvania games, and I like, you know, exploring the world and stuff. I just thought that it was going to be a much richer experience in terms of like side quests and like NPCs that you could encounter, and, you know, interesting like hidden locations. Look, guys, you gotta play Silksong or the original Hollow Knight. Just play those games. Just compare. Play Sons of Sparta and then play Hollow Knight. You're gonna like Hollow Knight more. You're just gonna like it more because it's meant more as a Metroidvania game. Whereas I think here's what I think. I think. Yeah, let me go back. This is gonna be another rant, okay? And I think this really boils down the problem that we have with PlayStation AAA games for the most part. Some games are not that. Troy Baker announced that he wanted to open up his own video game company. But can you guess why he wanted to do that? Can you guess why? He said he wanted to do that so that he could have an avenue to tell amazing stories. Again, stories have a part to play in games. I'm not saying they don't. But you have all of these people that just have this they come more from Hollywood and I guess voice acting in this case, and they're just focused on the character and what good stories they can tell. And it does not translate well because they're not game designers. These people are not game designers. And there's movies that I watch that I enjoy. But just because I enjoy those movies, it does not mean that you can make a good video game out of it. For example, I think it's called A Marriage Story. It's the one with the Kylo Ren dude and the Scarlett Johansson girl. Is it a marriage story? It's a good drama. I enjoyed it, right? But what modern game developers see with is that they see that sort of like, how can we make that story into a game? It just doesn't work. How the fuck are you gonna make that into a game? And that's what people, and I think that's the issue that we're having with these writers, where Matt Sophos and Rich Colbert just are seeing just how they can tell certain stories. But it's like, but you're kind of forgetting about this being God of War, though. You're kind of forgetting about this very important aspect of it. Yeah, I get that the Atreus section Ironwood is important, but you have to keep in mind that this is still a game. You have to make it shorter. You have to cut some parts out, and the same with Sons of Sparta. I'm not saying that exploring Kratos' childhood is unnecessary. I'm just saying you gotta make sure it's a good game, and that's the fact that they're not seeing. That's the fact that I don't understand why this is happening. It's all for the story, but they forget about the game part of it. And I don't know. I think a God of War game, it needs to be brutal. The combat needs to be fast. You need to have epic boss fights. You need to have interesting lore. And these are all things that Sons of Sparta just doesn't have. It just doesn't. It plainly does not, So someone asked me if it's better than Ascension. No, it's not better than Ascension. I would even go as far as saying that Sons of Sparta is worse than Betrayal. It's hard for me to say that because Betrayal is pretty much unplayable. But God of War identity-wise, Betrayal has it more. Even if it's not even canon anymore. At least that's my opinion of it. Did you hear the criticism regarding the modern dialogue in the new Odyssey? Yeah, we talked about it earlier. We did. Yeah, we did. Ascension is after God of War 3 in combat. It's so good, brother. Yeah, no, I've changed my mind on a lot of things about Ascension as well. I would like to play it again, but I'm not sure how we do that. I would have to get it on Emu here on the computer. But I would like to try Ascension again because I also think it got a lot of unnecessary hate. Especially now I've come to appreciate the game a lot more, But that's just it, his childhood is the most unnecessary era of his storyline, but it's in Greek. That's why it's a cash grab. Yeah, look, I'm trying to avoid saying things like cash grab or laziness, right? Instead, I'm gonna stick with like odd direction, just odd direction in general, because we can't blame Megacat Studios for the story. That's the part that. And I promise, guys, I will make this video and just kind of explain what I'm talking about here. Essentially, if you watch this rant, it's what the video is gonna be. I'm just gonna like make it more public so more people can see it, That's the problem. That's the problem, and it's the part that kind of worries me, because here. Let me float you an idea. Man, it's gonna be interesting if this comes true. Oh my god, if this comes true, I will try and do a backflip, okay? If this comes true, I will try to do a backflip, okay? What if we know in the we know from the God of War 2018 mural that Faye, when she was talking to the giants, she was pregnant already. Like, she was arguing with the giants and she was pregnant, according to the novel. What if, what if the Faye game takes place during a time when Faye is full on pregnant, you know? And the story is about, you know, motherhood and what it means to become a good mother and stuff. But then there's a stamina bar where she can't run too much because she's got a baby and Atreus might pop out. It's one of those things that in a movie this could actually be kind of cool, you know? But in a game, you want to be jumping around. You want to be doing combos and shit. Don't give them ideas, you know? We're gonna have to put a pin on this moment specifically. Cause goddamn, bro, what if that turns out to be what they do? What if that is what they do? The fuck? The real lore reason for Faye not jumping. It's funny until we see it for real. Look, I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm just saying that after Sons of Sparta, this has become a bit of a worry that I have, you know, that these writers will explore any idea story-wise is game. Whereas for me, I would put certain parameters on what a God of War story should have, you know, or what shouldn't have, you know. That's kind of where I'm kind of coming down on this. Where it's like, no, we're not gonna have 3 hours of picking berries and ironwood. We're not gonna do that. I don't care if it makes sense story-wise. We're gonna sacrifice the story pacing so gamers don't, so the God of War fans don't have to go through this, you know? What? You want to make a story about Kid? No. We're gonna make a story about when he was a Spartan captain. Something else other than this, you know, where he can be brutal, where he can be kicking ass, because this is what God of War is. And you can't change that. You just can't change it. You know, every series has its identity, and you can't get rid of it. Faye having contraptions mid combo would go hard. I don't know why they and then the whole world shakes. You know, I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would do that. That was just like an extreme case, but man, it's gonna be really funny if that happens. You know, Corey Barlock. I just really became in touch with my motherhood side. I don't, because I mean, like that might be something that they want to explore. I don't know if, like, you know, like while Faye is pregnant, that's something that they want to explore, because like Faye was still doing stuff while she was pregnant. She was still going out. I think, yeah, Kratos says that Faye was a better she could fish better than him, which I don't know. I find that hard to believe. I mean, okay, that's a good question. Which would be a better fisher, an ancient Greek dude or an ancient Scandinavian woman? Because I mean, like, Scandinavian people did go out on boats, so I mean, I'm sure they did quite a bit of fishing as well, right? But I'm sure ancient Greece, well, they were, I don't know. This is a stupid question. Talk about Thor versus Faye. Talk about Faye damaging Odin plans to let go of children. How so? Kuba, you can install hangers in the walls for the Leviathan X. I did it. Yeah, I know. It's just that Conan and I might be in the process of moving again, so we don't want to start making holes on the walls again. You know, it's been kind of a hectic time for Conan and I recently, so we're just, that's why, like, maybe even like uploading videos are just gonna be kind of spotty a little bit. Hopefully, like, I'm still gonna have a setup for when they do the state of play in the Summer Game Fest. Hopefully that's still gonna be the case, but it might be a little bit spotty, like just seeing content from me, you know. Oh shit, thank you so much, man. In the middle of the Faye game, you make Atreus, let's go. A 6 mini game. Is the Odin theory still on? The one I made, the one that was inspired by Morse's discovery. I mean, I would still think so. I just don't know how it would fit in. Like the whole Raven thing, I find it to be kind of odd. I'm like, there's something there. I feel like there they're setting up Odin for the future. I know it sounds kind of cope-like, but I feel like there's something to it, you know. Hey Cap, joining kind of late, but thanks for all you do, man. Can always count on you to deliver some of the best content, God of War content and theories. Hope everything is going well. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, no man. Appreciate it. Kuba, just give me ads, bro. What? Oh, you just got an ad? Yeah, I never made it members only. When I make it members only, I turn off the ads, you know. Corey Barlow will say in the interview of a game that that he birthed your channel and others. Remember what he said with Eric Williams. I forgot what he said with Eric Williams, but yeah, I'm kind of in a difficult spot because yeah, God of War 2018 did really in a way give birth to my channel. I was already a God of War fan, but it was God of War 2018 the one that made me want to like really get into the lore and start making theories about it. Before that was not a thing. I would just play the games and not even pay attention too much of like the background information, but after 2018, I became more obsessed with that aspect of the series because it was more fun. And I still like Corey. I still want his games to succeed. You know, I want this Faye game to be really good. But we're just hoping to see. To me, it's more about the direction of the tone of the story, if you will. That's the thing that kind of worries me, you know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it now, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, I will probably do this, continue this challenge run next week, but we'll see if I don't have a lot of time. I will have to cancel. I know that I won't be able to do a Saturday playthrough this week because Kona and I are going back to her parents' place. So instead, we're doing the Sekiro tomorrow. So if you enjoy Sekiro, be there. I'm kicking ass in that game. That game is super fun, bro. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. Until then, remember, go forth in the name of Lycurgus. Very important character. Like